Sports brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. The Coca-Cola pregame is up next.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Time now for the Coca-Cola pregame show.
And we're live at Triton High School. Rusty Nixon with you, along with Joe McKee. I'm trying to get my level set here. Now I can hear myself.
Sound good to me.
Yeah, I know. You
sound good.
You sound fabulous.
Oh, I feel fabulous. Thanks.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. Winamac, we were just talking about, an hour drive up here on Friday night. You've made those drives back when you were a player. It becomes a weird situation for a player and a coach. Do you nod off a little bit, maybe just relax, or are you intense? I mean, that drive becomes something you got to get over.
Yeah, and I think that probably differs for each player, individual. But, it's pretty warm out tonight. And Winamac was warming up with out their shoulder pads. So, they're trying not to get too hot too soon, and it's a warm night out here.
It is. We were talking about that before. Just another wonderful night for football. We have had a lot of great Friday nights here.
And this is our third time we've got to cover Triton.
Yep.
So we kind of know Triton a little bit, kind of seen them blossom as a team, come together. But I got to be honest with you, Russ, I didn't know very little about Winamac, and I'm kind of eager to watch them here. They got some players out there, at least in pregame.
I was going to say, yeah.
They got some specimens out there.
Yeah, watching them warm up, they look like they got some guys who can play football. So we'll see what happens as this unfolds. Going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our injury report. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week, Triton versus Winamac.
Time now for the Coca-Cola
Coke
pregame
Zero
show.
Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Who's in, who's out? Here's the Hoosier Tire Injury Report.
Good news is everybody's in, nobody's out. We've got no injuries to report for you tonight here on the injury report, so stay tuned. In just a moment, we're going to talk to Andy Barker, head coach at Triton. And a little bit later, we're going to talk to Jaden Overmeyer. He was our Tony the Boss Ross Player of the Week this week, Triton running back. We're going to get to see him tonight. We'll talk to him for a little bit, too. So stay there. We'll be right back.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Coach's Corner brought to you by Marion's University and Silla College.
Andy Barker, head coach at Triton, joins us. And like we said just a second ago, we did the Facebook thing. I mean, I feel like I'm stalking you. This is like the third time we've been here, but, you know, you're 3-1. You're having a great year.
Yeah, no, we love you, man. You can come over here anytime. Obviously, I think we'd all love to have the first one back, but, we learned a lot from that game. And so then as we move through this process, I think we've seen every week something's improved on both sides of the ball. And then really that's the goal. So just keep grinding, keep progressing, keep getting better. I told our guys earlier on Monday, we haven't become unconsciously competent yet, meaning they aren't doing it without thinking. And once they get that, then we'll have something special.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because obviously we've seen you 3 times, or this will be the 3rd time. Every time we've seen you, it seems like it's just a little more comfort, a little better confidence in what they're doing, and a little more of exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. You feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. The boys are working hard, and they're hungry to learn. It's just that there was so much to gather, to learn in the process, and so we've had to throttle back as a staff. You always want to jump from A to Z, and we realized pretty quickly that there's a lot of letters in there that we need to hit. And so we've done that. We've tried to create a progression for them, and it seems like it's going the right direction.
I also want to mention something, too, something I noticed even early on. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. You have a freakish team. I mean, and for a single A team, you got a lot of big, strong, fast guys, and that equals success at this level.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And then so my responsibility then as the coach and the offensive coordinator is trying to figure out how to use that speed to our advantage, and then ultimately take that even further. And so that you saw that in the first couple of weeks, right? Guys moving around, running backs now at guard, and now they're starting to set in. And so then with that, Gage is getting a lot more comfortable at the quarterback position, and then defensively, our guys are flying around, and the less we have to call as the coordinators and the more simple it is out on the field, the faster they can play, and then in turn you get a good product.
Let's talk about your offensive line. You have some new guys in there who weren't used to not having the ball in their hand. Yeah. And, a line has to work together as one cohesive unit, or, you got to trust that guy next to you. You feel like they're making that adjustment?
They are. Thank goodness they're 2 of our senior captains, right? So they knew the sacrifice, and it was a tough sell, at least to Vinny. But he's really taken it, and he's worked hard. He's been one of our hardest working kids. I have no doubt he's one of the hardest working kids in the program in history here. So they're adjusting. They're adjusting well, and now not only have they moved down there, now they've become the leaders of that group. And I expected nothing less.
I like your offensive line, but I like your defensive line more. Yeah. I mean, you got Obermeyer on one end, you got Prater on the other, so you got two defensive ends that – and then you got shooting. I mean, you just have a perfect defensive line.
Yeah, and that was, I can't remember if I told you or not, that was a tough sell for me to Jaden because he has always played outside linebacker, and he is one of the fastest kids on the team. And I tried to tell him, I'm like, look, buddy, you and I were super similar when I played, and if I could go back and do it all over again, I would play weak side end because of the speed and the strength and the explosion. And I think he started to figure that out. After about game 3, he was like, okay, we can do this. And that was early on when I took the program over. That was one of the first moves we made, and I think I'm still selling a little bit, but they're doing great.
You want some help? Tell him defensive ends that can rush the passer make quarterback money.
Yeah, well, and that's funny that you say that because I said the exact same thing to him. I'm like, have you seen the contracts that are out there? Yeah.
You got linebackers too. I mean, I really like your defense.
Yeah, we're blessed because of that speed that you mentioned earlier, right? So we have that on offense, but then obviously in turn, then we have that on defense. And you just heard the boys earlier joking about it. You know, I say speed kills, and there's a lot of truth to it. And I've said it, I think, before, but I'd rather have speed over strength. Now, generally, strength comes with speed, but speed is hard to handle when you're the other team.
Well, and you can gain strength. You can't teach speed.
It's very, very hard. You're absolutely right.
Talk about Winamac. I mean, you know, we've talked about them a little bit. You look at their record, but then you remember who they played, West Central, and people like that. I mean, they have a tradition. They have a big team, a big number of players. I mean, this is a different animal.
Yeah, it really is, and you know they've so much tradition over there. And even growing up, I remember that you know they were good, and so that's the Winamac I remember. So no matter what these guys think they remember, I remember something different, and so. We won't let off the gas on this, and they're coming because they are big. They're faster than anything we've seen, and we're going to have to deal with it.
Looking at them on film, what do they want to do?
On offense, they're big and beefy, and they want to run straight downhill at you and tell you our guys are bigger than your guys, and we're going to prove it to you. And so we'll have to deal with that. They run a little bit of the flex bone stuff, so you know you got a little bit of misdirection. And then defensively, we'll see what they're going to give us. They gave Culver 3-4, and they gave Pioneer a 4-4, and so I mean we're ready for both. Whether it's an even front or an odd front, we'll be okay.
Don't give away your game plan. Well, let's just go with this. I mean, obviously it's at that point in the season where things you're going to have to do for you that keep you moving ahead in the direction you want to go. What are the things you got to get better at on Friday?
Well, and I don't think it's a secret. Like we're gonna establish the run. We've got Jaden, we have Ryder, we have Gage, and we're gonna run just like they're gonna run at us. So you know, there's the first piece of it, and then it's just about that assignment football that you hear me talking about week in and week out, making sure that the offensive line know their assignment and then they're able to execute it. And so that's what we'll be looking on early on, and then we'll see how that goes formationally, how they're gonna adjust to our formations and whatnot.
Well, man, good luck to you, and we'll see you on Friday night.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
As Andy Barker, head coach at Triton.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
And Jaden Overmeyer joins us, the winner of our Tony the Boss Ross Player of the Week award. Man, I watched you the other night. I mean, you had a heck of a night at Culver.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk about that. I mean, you know, the week before, talk about overall. It seems to me like you guys are really growing a lot more confident and comfortable with what's going on offensively.
Yeah, it started off a little rough week one. A lot of new positions, everyone learning, and we're slowly developing our line. We're getting everyone, they're getting comfortable, so it's really helping.
How has that process been? I mean, I know you got a couple of running backs that are playing line now. or used to be running backs that are playing line now. I mean, that's got to be. It's got to feel good to you to know there's guys who can get out in front of you and actually run with you to help you out when they're blocking.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny Prater was an amazing fullback for us. He always has been. He had to get moved. He's a big body, so that really helps. And knowing he's athletic and strong, and I'll just always follow him for every play.
Talk about that process, though, for the whole team. I mean, it seems like you guys are just a bunch of guys that you're willing to do whatever it takes to win a game.
Yeah, it all goes down to pretty much brotherhood. So we all do it for the person next to us. So we always go through and fight. So we have pretty much 10 out of the 11 people on the field are seniors. So we know it's our last shot. Every game's our last game. This is how we look at it.
You know, I remember your sophomore year. And you coming on and just, I mean, it was like you came out of nowhere, but I got a feeling that wasn't out of nowhere. I mean, talk about the process for you. And obviously, you don't miss leg day. So, I mean, talk about that process because there's a lot of things that go on outside of just taking a handoff. I mean, the weight room, the whole thing. What is your process?
I mean, on a daily basis, it looks like I go to football practice, and then after because I do weights during school, I'll go after school and I'll lift on my own for about 2 hours and put in the work there, and then wake up in the morning, right back to it, same day, probably 6 days a week.
Yeah, it's obvious, man, that you put some time in, and you know, was that a commitment you decided along that I'm just going to do this, I'm going to make this happen?
Yeah, I mean, ever since sophomore year, it was looking at me. I was going to be JV, so I mean, I just started putting in the work a little bit freshman year, but I hit it hard sophomore year, and I waited for my opportunity. It came, and then I took advantage of it.
Talk about that process too. Is there a moment you thought, you know, maybe this isn't all worth it, or is it always been, look, I'm going to grind it, I'm going to get it done?
Yeah, there's definitely been some rough patches, but I mean, I was ready for the moment. So it came, stood up, took it.
How do you feel about where you guys are at right now? I mean, you know, you've got it's first-year quarterback, but it's hardly a first-year player.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got some really experienced guys around you. How do you feel about the way things are progressing here?
I feel good. I mean, Gage, he played against Bremen sophomore year and also junior year because Cole was out, so he has experience. And I mean, everything's setting up. Our line's getting set. We're starting to look at. We got some threats outside for our wide receivers. We have Cam and Isaac, and then I know I have some good blockers. Our defense is looking really good, so it's looking really good.
Let's talk about your defense a little bit. I mean, there's not too many times you see a running back play defensive end, you know. But once again, your personnel. You guys look like you're on defense, especially. You're built for speed.
Yeah, me and Vinny are the ends. So I mean, we just hope for our best with our athletic ability and our ability to get to the quarterback every play.
You got you got Brady Shue in the middle. I mean, you know, it's as big as he is, man. He can still move.
Oh yeah, Brady, he's a monster. I mean. You can definitely tell when he's on and off the line blocking for me.
He is a big young man, and I think
he just broke all the school records the other day for every lift available at Triton.
Well, but see, that tells you what you need to know about him. He's a big young man, but I just remember watching him run on with the flag. I mean, he's leading everybody out of the. You know, the kid can run.
Yeah, he is quick. He's the quickest 300-pound man I've seen run.
Talk about yourself here a little bit. I mean, you're a three-sport athlete, right? You run track. You also play basketball.
Yep. And then,
I'm going to assume that football was your love.
Yeah. I mean, it was before I got hard into football was whatever sport I'm in I would love.
Yeah.
But slowly, it's just been hard football.
Talk about that at Triton. I mean, you got a lot of guys that do a lot of things, smaller school. I mean, is that kind of a mentality that, you go out, you got guys on the basketball team that are your buddies. You're going to be there for them. The track team, same thing. You're going to be there to help them out. I mean, is there that kind of camaraderie between fellow athletes?
Yeah, with us, like usually I have a group of people that I go through with track and basketball and football. So we built so much together, and we know almost everything about each other. So it's really I enjoy playing all those sports with them.
What do you do outside of sports? I mean, do you have any hobbies or anything like that?
Not really. I mean,
Lifting.
just the weight room. Pretty much my hobby.
That's kind of what I thought. I mean, you're one of those guys, man. You're focused.
Yep.
Talk about school a little bit. I mean, obviously you got to make the grades to stay out on the field. I mean, what's your favorite class?
I'd say probably my schedule's not hard. I only have 4 periods with an internship, but out of those, I'd probably say art.
Oh,
I mean, it's
cool.
Pretty easy.
What about that? I mean, what is it? Just you got that creative side to you?
I guess you could say it, but I mean that class I'm filled with 5 of my football buddies in there. So
okay.
It's a lot of talk.
There you go. You said you had an internship. Where's that at?
Right Way dealership in Warsaw.
Okay, talk about that a little bit. I mean, what are they? What do they do?
It's a used car dealership.
Oh.
So here I'll be working on cars and delivering cars and so on.
Kind of learning that business then.
Yep.
When you get out of school, I mean, what are you thinking about college? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, college is definitely an option. If I'm gonna try to get a full ride for football. If that'll work, I'll definitely do that.
Any ideas of where you'd really like to go? Are you looking at any schools in particular?
No, not really in particular. Any school within a reasonable distance.
You would rather stay closer to home then?
If I had to, but if it's a good enough school, I would definitely leave.
I got a feeling you'd probably stay closer to home because you got your buddies, you got your family. I mean, are you that kind of guy? You just like your folks around you?
Yeah, I love being around family and friends.
Talk about your future. I mean, what do you see for yourself? What do you want to do when you finally are all done with it and you're out on the adult world? What do you want to do when you're adulting?
I mean, I'd probably look into trade school, probably electrician or plumbing or one of those.
That is a good route to go. My son did that, and he makes more money than me now. If that tells you, so that is not a bad idea. Any trade in particular? I mean, he's an electrician, but what would interest you?
I mean, I'm leaning towards electrician most likely.
Yeah, you guys work around that deadly stuff. I don't know. That's a little too much for me. Anyway, man, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us, and congratulations, and good luck the rest of the way. I'm sure we'll run across each other at least once or twice before the year's over.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Here's the keys to the game.
And we're back live at Triton High School. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. And let's take a look at our keys to the game. I got to feel like establishing the line of scrimmage is going to be big.
Absolutely. You got a bunch of big guys out there, and it's we're going to see what happens here. Turnovers, key penalties. Every game we've watched so far, the penalties have been a key factor, and stalling a drive or taking back a touchdown. So
I'm telling you, the penalty thing is you brought that up a number of times this year, and I've really started to realize, go back over the years, we've been doing this a long time. Especially offensively, any kind of a penalty just kills a drive.
Yeah, it just seems like, your offense starts to get in a rhythm, and then, boom, you're 1st and 20, and it just takes everything out of whack.
You heard Andy Barker talk in the pregame, if you were with us, and it's just going to be one of those games where both teams are going to try to run the ball at each other. Whoever can do that, I think, has got a probably going to win the ball game.
Yeah, and Triton's going to be a tough out for Winamac. They're coming off their last 3 games. They've scored, 128 points. So, they found their rhythm and offensively, and they've only given up 8 points in those last 3 games. So, Winamac's coming off a good win at Culver, so they got a little momentum coming in, and they got some players out there. So, it could be very interesting.
I got to say, too, and I mentioned it to Andy before when we were doing our pregame, this Triton team, for a single A team, they have a freakish athletic team. They have got just a plethora of big, strong, fast football players, and you don't see that a lot in a program this size.
No, and they're all in the key positions, too. I mean, quarterback, running back, defensive ends, they're all important. But, those are key positions that you got to be strong on.
Take a break. We come back. We'll have our opening cook-off. I'd like that.
That would be okay, too.
We'd be fine with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Our opening kickoff in just a moment.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
We're back at... you're right. We're back at...
I can hear great now.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. It is Friday night. It's time to kick off, and Triton has elected to defer to the second half. And so, there we go. And so they will kick off here, and back deep for Winamac will be senior Ethan Burgess on the right side. Over on the other side, it's going to be Tierson Wolford. Actually, no, that is number 3. Lewis Rugg III will be on the other side. And so kicking it off for Triton will be Franklin Sullivan, and he'll put a kick into it. Line drive right down the left hash mark, and it's going to be covered out there by one of the up men. And so Winamac will have it 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Probably a pretty good idea by that up man there. That was kind of one of those squiggly kicks that could have got away from him really easy.
It was just one of those line shot ground balls that ends up, well, you know how football bounces. It never straight. Just cover the thing is what I was always taught. So And they'll come out in the wide receiver to the left here is Rugg. And then wide out to the right as well, wings on both sides. Quarterback is Xavier Adriano, big, strong sophomore. And he'll take the snap, looking to throw on first down, looking down the left side, looking down, throws it deep, up in the air, and what a play almost. Boy, that was a couple of receivers in the area. Hayden Taylor was down there, and it was broken up by Gavin Riffle, but Adriano just kind of threw it up there for grabs, and his guy almost went and grabbed it.
And let's say he just threw it about 55 yards in the air, too. I mean, he had all the time in the world. Starting off, Winamac gave him great time.
So coming out is Winamac with second down and 10. They're going to tighten it up a little bit. Man in motion is Cardenas. Handoff goes to the right side, and barreling for about 5 yards is Wolford. And so it'll be third down now and 5.
I just feel we're going to see Wolford's name a lot tonight. He's a 6'1", 200-pound junior, and he looks the part. He's going to play linebacker also.
He's that running back character out of the – looks like they call this a flex bone, I guess. You got wide receiver out here to the left side is Taylor, and an H-back to the right, and snap under center. Joe has to be happy.
I was happy there.
Handoff up the right off the right tackle. Not much there, a couple. So it'll be fourth down and 4, and Winamac will be forced to punt it away.
They came out right out of the gate, took a shot. So, I mean, that had to be in their game plan.
And it's out of keeping. I don't think Triton was looking for that. I think that's what they were hoping for. And Adriano threw a decent ball, but his man couldn't go get it, and good defense by Ripple. Put them behind the sticks, so to speak. Now Adriano going to punt it away, just gets it off in front of Vinny Prater, and it'll roll dead right about the 40 in front of the return man, Ryder Gayhart. Now Triton will come out, and their starting offense. We've seen them grow over the last 3 or 4 weeks. This is the third time we've seen these guys. And I'll tell you what, I keep going back to their offensive and defensive lines are so good.
They got a lot of weapons. A lot of options on this offense.
Riffle will bring him out of the huddle. He'll be in the backfield. He's got Obermeyer to his right, man in the slot to the left. Snap. He'll hand it off. Obermeyer will cut it back up the middle. Has some room. He'll get close to a first down. He's drugged down out there by Lewis Rugg, and it's going to be second. Well, they're going to give him first down yardage.
10-yard marker. First down, true.
Right over the 50. First down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Football at the 49. First possession here for Triton. Out of the huddle, Riffle has a man in the slot to the right, H-back to the left. Takes a snap, he'll hand it to Obermeyer. He'll go to the left side this time, a lot shorter pickup, about 3. Knocked down at the 46-yard line. It'll be second down.
Kind of feel, trying just kind of feeling their way here a little bit, establish the ground game because we know they can throw. Riffle, he's got an arm, so they're a little they've got a lot of offense.
Couple of safe runs there to start it. The thing that impresses me with Jaden Obermeyer is how good he's got at reading that zone blocking. Both times really picked the right route. Riffle now, man in motion is Gayhart. He'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. He'll come back to the right side, and he is hit hard, but he'll pick up 4 or 5. Tackle out there made by Ethan Burgess, and it'll be third down. He'll end up only getting about 4.
Yeah, the Winamac defender he just took the wrong angle there. That could have been a loss on that play.
So third down now. Football at the 42. 3 yards to go for a Triton first down. Out of the huddle, man in the slot to the right, H-back to the left. Handoff back off the other way. He'll go to the left, and he's going to be short. From the mark I'm seeing, he is well short, maybe a yard, actually less. They're going to mark him at no gain.
Yeah, that's going to be almost 3 yards he's short.
So fourth, they're going to call it 2. It looks a little closer to 3. And obviously, 4 down territory. You're over the 50. 8:29 clock running, no score here in the first. Triton and Winamac. Ripple has him out of the huddle. H back to the right, man in the slot to the left. Fakes the handoff, and he makes a guy miss. Gets away from another tackler. A great run by Gage Ripple. He'll end up picking up about 12, and it'll be a first down. But, boy, that had disaster written all over it. Just a great job by Ripple.
No, when we had him at Bremen, too, when it was a big play, Riffle wanted the ball in his hands. That's something I remember. I was kind of seeing that was going to happen, so that's a great run. Winamac had him dead to rights.
Xavier Adriano had him in the backfield, and then after just maybe a yard gain, Jagger Terry had him as well and got away from both of them. So first and 10, brought to you by First Source Bank. Snap, Ripple will throw it. Has a man out here to the right. That is Gavin Riffle. He'll get a couple, but not much. Kind of a bubble screen out there to the man in the slot. He'll get drugged down to the turf by Ethan Burgess, and it'll be second down and 8.
That was pretty well defended by Winamac.
Riffle to riffle connection.
Riffle to riffle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second down and 8.
Yeah, riffle to riffle. Gage to Gavin. Both G first names, too. Snap to Gage. He'll hand it off. Overmeyer had absolutely nowhere to go. Boy, I tell you what, I don't think anybody blocked Jagger Terry.
They didn't, but, boy, he kind of took an awkward fall there, too. I'm glad he hopped right up there. That looked like it could have been a disaster.
That'll be a loss of 5 all the way back to the 34-yard line, so it'll be third down and 13. You're in 4-down territory. You don't need to get it all back at once, but you'd like to get a chunk play here. Riffle will have him out. Overmeyer will be to his left. Man in the slot, Gayhart. H back to the right is Quintana. Snap and rolling to the left. Stops, throws, has a man there. And a great catch out there by Riffle. He'll make a man miss. Tries to get forward. I'm sorry, that's Caden Bradley out there made the play. It's going to be short of the first down, but a nice gain down to the 27.
Like you said, they got about half of them, and that's what they wanted right there. But that was a nice catch. Ball's thrown a little bit high, but the receiver went up and got it.
Caden Bradley came back as Ripple got in trouble quickly. Boy, Winamac's been able to get into the backfield. They're disrupting things really well here after the first couple of plays. Now Overmeyer, the running back to the right of Riffle. He'll throw again, a quick one over the middle, and can't come up with it. That is the tight end, Maddox Denny, just couldn't come up with it, a little low. And so the turnover on downs will send it back to Winamac with a first and 10, and the football will be at the 22-yard line.
Nice stand by Winamac. Riffle was a little rush there. Number 1, Ivan Cardenas was coming in and, boy, hit Riffle as soon as he threw that ball.
Riffle has not had more than a chance to just quickly set his feet on any of his throws. Man coming on late is Cody Wheeler for Winamac. He'll take that left tackle spot, actually left guard. And
they better get going.
Coming out of it is Adriano. He's got a running back to his right. Snap, he'll hand it to him. Wolford is swallowed up almost immediately there. Once again, that's what they do so well with the speed on that front line. Denny was there. Also, we had Kyle Cummins was there. It was just everybody was there.
It's going to be interesting to see if Adrianus goes V-runs very much because, boy, he's a big kid. They got him listed at 6'3", 210.
He is a big boy. He's only a sophomore. Second down and 9, pickup of 1. Running back to the right, H back to the left. Adriano, snap, fakes to Wolford. He'll take it right up the middle, and he is going to be swallowed up as well. Host of folks there. Shoe kind of plugged the whole thing up. Coming in is Colton Reynolds to clean up the tackle. It's going to be third down now, and 9, no gain. Well, that answered your question.
Well, yeah, he took off. He just didn't have anywhere to go.
Triton just swallowed that thing up quickly. So now it is 3rd and 9. Clock running at 4:45 here in the first, no score. Adriano has him out of the huddle. He's got the running back Wolford to his left. Takes a snap, looking to throw, looking right, throws it right. And off the hands of the receiver, Ethan Burgess just couldn't bring it down. Good defense out there by Gayhart, and it'll be 4th down now and 9, and Winamac will be forced to punt again.
Let him just a little bit, but boy, he can sling that ball, Rusty.
He can throw it. Really was a nice ball. It just couldn't get it pulled in. Burgess got a hand on it. And now Adriano back to kick, and Triton deep man back about the 30 is Gayhart. Snap, punt. It's on the wobbler to the right side. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be 1st down Triton. And the football will be at the 37. So clock at 4:23. We're in the first period. No score. Winamac and Triton are Max 98.3 Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us. Triton now with their second possession. And this is kind of what I think Andy Barker was expecting. Just a couple of they've just been throwing punches to see which one's going to duck first.
And he did. Triton had a nice drive going there. Just a few negative plays there just set him back.
Winamac's been able to get nice pressure, get some people in the backfield, even on the running plays. Now, T formation, running backs to both sides, Gayhart and Overmeyer. Overmeyer will take it to the left, and he'll be drugged down over the 40 at about the 42.
Brought down by Taylor.
So it'll be 2nd down here and 6.
If I was Coach Barker, I'd give a high dose of Overmeyer here right now.
I got to agree with you. See what he had some success running, except for the one or two plays where, I don't know, nobody blocked that guy on the end. Let's see what they do here. Another T formation, H back to the right. Little misdirection, pitch to Gayhart, trying to get to the corner. Gets away from the tackler. Tries to get away from a second one. It's going to be a big loss all the way back to the 38. Boy, they snuffed that one out quickly. It was Cardenas out there. And also number 8, it wasn't Adriano, who was number 3 out there, Rugg. We're able to string that out long enough for everybody to catch up, but it's going to be 3rd down and long.
Really good pursuit there by Winamac. That was gang tackling. They had 3 guys on the runner there.
They've had a lot of guys at the point of attack on almost everything since that first couple of plays. So 3rd down and 9 now out of the huddle. Wideouts to both sides. Riffle will throw the screen out here to the left. Has Gayhart. He won't be able to get away from that tackle as, there's 4 guys around him. And he'll get a few, but not much.
It's a pretty big decision already.
It's going to be 4th and 7.
4th and 7.
And they're going to have to punt.
Yep.
Overmeyer will be back to kick. Rugg and number 21, Burgess, will be back to receive for Winamac. So Overmeyer back deep to punt. It's 4th and 7 at the 41. Getting on late is Riffle into that punt team. He'll get his spot. Snap, and it's a bad one. All the way back on the ground to the 20. Overmeyer's going to try to run it. Makes a man miss. Makes another guy miss. But there's a lot of people there to bring him down. And the bad snap that hopped before, I don't even think he was at him. It was way to his right. Overmeyer had to chase it down. He'll get back to the 26, but the first big play of the night goes the way of Winamac.
Golden opportunity here for Winamac. They got to cash this in with something. I don't know what kind of kicking game they have. I mean, they're almost within field goal range, but you want to punch this in for 6.
1st and 10 at the 26. Clock at 2:14 here in the first. Adriano under center. Running back behind him is Wolford. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Wolford. He's stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Shoe right there to meet him, but Wolford able to get away long enough to fall forward for a yard or two. It'll be 2nd down.
Did you know Adriano? Did you notice there when he was under center, he had his head down right on the back of the center. He wasn't looking up at all.
And he came off the field. He's holding his left arm. Something's wrong with him.
Okay.
He is definitely feeling some pain somehow. I don't know if it's a shoulder or what.
Well, watch him go in the center.
He'll come up.
I mean, he put his head right on the back of that center.
Yeah, he's not looking up at all. He does the same thing again. Snap. He'll hand it off to Wolford again, and he'll get stuffed up. I wonder if he got a stinger on that last defensive play because he came off before the punt as well. He's looking better now, but when he came back out, he was definitely letting that left arm hang.
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 now. Minute 13, clock running here in the first, no score. He's still not feeling very good.
Yeah, you're right. He's favoring it.
He'll have him out of the huddle. Wide out to the right. Cardenas to the left at that H-back spot. Wolford, the running back, behind under center. Fake handoff. Now he's going to take it to the right. Adriano looking for room. He is going to have just enough for the first down. I guess that answers the question of whether he's favoring that arm. And now he's going to limp to the sideline. He is definitely not feeling well, but he's not. Yeah, he's got some problems, but
he lowered his shoulder there.
He's
going to
go.
First down. I mean, he wanted to take on that Triton defender.
For a sophomore, that's a gritty performance. First down brought to you by First Source Bank. 39 seconds. 1st and 10. Football at the 14. Adriano out of the huddle under center. Wolford, the running back. He'll take the snap, hands it off. He's stacked up right away. Right at his feet, Gayhart. He was going nowhere. He just held him there until the rest of his buddies came and cleaned it up. So it'll be a loss of about 1. It'll be 2nd and 11.
That should be the end of the quarter. Yep.
And you are right. They're not going to run another play. Winamac will go to the sideline. They'll wait this one out. So we have played 1 here at Triton. Our score is nothing. Nothing to nothing. Triton, Winamac. So Max 98.3 Game of the Week.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay. Maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
And we're back at Triton High School. Rusty Nixon with you, along with Joe McKee, as we start quarter number 2. Winamac will have it 2nd down and 11. Football at the where do they put it? 15 of Triton as they try to push this one in for the first score of the game. Adriano out. He's under center as he has been most of the night. Snap. He'll take it to the right side. He gets chased down from behind. Boy, I tell you what, there were a lot of guys at the point of the attack there. And leading the way was Colton Reynolds from the backside and driven out of bounds after a short gain is Adriano.
And that was good pursuit there, too. Gang tackling, they needed it there. Adrian, he doesn't go down easy.
He is a big, strong kid and only a sophomore. Looks like he's not favoring that left arm as much. I don't know what happened, but, boy, he really was hurting when he came out. He's still not looking like he's 100%. Kind of limps up to the center. He'll be under center again. Cardenas, the H-back to the left. Wolford, the running back. Back to throw. Adriano looking for somewhere to go. Has a man open, and Gage Riffle. Great job by the safety to pick up that man out of the backfield. That was Cardenas, who had it knocked away, so it's 4th down and 8, and the football will be marked just inside the 15, so you're looking at a long field goal. Let's see if they try for it or if they go for it on 4th down.
That was good coverage by Riffle because he was a little bit open. That could have been a catchable ball.
Riffle came in from behind and just knocked it away, and they're going to go for it. And Adriano going to be in the shotgun formation this time. He's got men to the left side, wide out in the slot. Wolford, the running back, will stay in the block. Throws it over the middle, and boy, he had Cardenas wide open.
He did. He missed that one.
He had the man wide open just in front of the goal line and just missed through it. And so now Triton will have it back. 1st and 10 at the 12 as they dodge the bullet.
Just watching him, he kind of knows he missed that one. He had time. The offensive line did really well. Just kind of hurried the throw.
Just wonder how hurt he is, because at moments he looks like he's a little better, but most of the time he's really favoring that left hand, that left arm. He'll come out here to the right side as one of the safeties in the defensive set. He doesn't come off the field. And Ripple ready. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Overmeyer. He'll come over the right side, pick up a couple. He'll get knocked down at about the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Down by number 51 for the Warriors. 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd down.
Coming on here late for Winamac is Lucas Perez. Running off is Alex Stonebreaker. A couple of big guys.
What a great football name, Stonebreaker.
Yeah, isn't it?
I mean, that's a great football name.
Ripple has him out. He's got running backs, one, Gayhart to the right. He's got Obermeyer behind him. Hands it to Gayhart, cutting back across the left side. Knocked down right about the 20-yard line. So he's going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 3. As they go to that pistol formation with Gayhart, the running back, just to the right of Riffle. And let's see what they got called. Gayhart will come to the sideline. And coming on will be Gavin Riffle. And Gage calling the play here in the huddle. 10:33 clock running in the 2nd period. We have no score. Riffle with Obermeyer, the running back to his right. Man in the slot to the right is Riffle. He'll hit it. And that's going to depend on the spot. I don't think they're going to give it to him. Gavin Riffle on the quick slant over the middle from that slot, and he's going to be short. Picked up a few, but not enough. So it'll be 4th and 1, and it looks like Andy Barker's going to go for it.
Here's where you go under center and just do your quarterback sneak.
I know that you love that play.
I think, yeah.
You love that play.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Well, I mean, Philadelphia's done okay with that.
He's coming up.
And he's coming up.
Tight formation there.
You're going to love this. He's got 2 running backs behind him.
Yep.
And he'll just take the snap, and he'll drive all the way down to the 27. As Riffle will get that 1st down. I'll tell you who made that happen was number 52, Colton Reynolds. He was leading that all the way.
Thank you, Lemore Oil.
So 1st and 10 brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Football to 26. Triton, Winamac, no score yet. 9:33 clock running. Wide out to the left, man in the slot is Riffle. H-back to the right is Quintana. Running back Obermeyer to the left of Riffle. He'll keep it this time after the snap and slips.
Oh.
Boy, he had a lot of people after him too. And they're going to say...
I didn't see what that flag was.
I don't see. A flag came in late. It's going to be a holding on, something like that. Holding or a push in the back by Triton. So I got a feeling they're going to push him back. Becomes field position at this point. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage at the 28. And they'll come forward with it to about the, where are they going to put it down? 16-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 20. And the football at the 16. So Ripple in the huddle, ready to put one together. That play was going nowhere.
I would say, I don't know that I wouldn't decline that because it was going to be 2nd and about 14, 15.
Think about it. Snap, hand off, Obermeyer comes back to the right, makes 2 men miss. breaks a tackle,
Boy.
gets all the way down to the 23. Pickup of 8.
He's got a lot of wiggle to him. He's got that jump, start, stop. You know, he's going to break one.
And like I said, he's really learned to read that zone blocking. It takes a while. And he has learned to read that and go where the blocks take him, and he's doing a great job of that. So it'll be second down here, and we'll call it 13. Football at the 23. Trips to the left side, empty backfield, wide receiver to the right, back to throw. Riffle flushed out of the pocket, he'll run to the left. Nowhere to go, comes back to the middle and had Quintana open but overthrew him.
He was open.
Isaac Quintana came back to the middle when Riffle got flushed out of the pocket. He was standing wide open in that area where there was nobody in that zone, and Riffle just missed him. Stops the clock at 8:21. It'll be second down, or I should say third down here, and 13.
They're going to have to get a chunk here. They're going to have to give it right back to Winamac.
Quintana, wide receiver to the right, another wide receiver to the left, man in the slot. Overmeyer, the H-back. Back to throw. Down deep the right side. Man is breaking down the sideline and couldn't get there. Quintana was where he was trying to throw it, and he had a little separation, but it was just thrown too long. So it'll be fourth down, and Triton will punt it away with 8:16 to play.
Well, each team's take a couple shots. You know, that's he was there.
Just overthrew him a little bit. He had that safety coming over the top, though, so who knows what would have happened now. Now, the last time it was a disaster on the snap. Let's see what happens here. Overmeyer back to punt. Burgess and Rugg, the guys that are back to return for Winamac. Low snap again. Overmeyer
was
gets
down.
it, and his knee was
knee
down.
was
They're
down.
going to call him down.
Yep.
Right where he caught the snap.
It sure was.
Wow. Another disaster on the
Yep.
punt team. And that's going to give them first and 10. The football will be at the 13-yard line.
Boy, Winamac really needs to cash this one in, but I was wondering if they were going to call that because he definitely went down to get that snap, and his knee hit.
Another low snap that Overmeyer had to drop down to get, and you're right, he did hit his knee. And so he's down where he caught it, and it's first down and 10. Football is at the 12. Adriano under center. He's got double running backs now. Wolford in the backfield with Burgess. Snap. He'll hand it to Burgess. He'll go across the left side, and a good job keeping that from developing. As once again, that defensive line just eating up those blocks and able to make the tackle on that. Looked to me like Riffle. And we're going to have a second down and 8 and a timeout by Winamac.
That's a good timeout.
We'll take a break as well. When we come back, second and 8, Winamac, no score. 7:59 to play. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee are Max 98.3 Game of the Week. We have no score right now, but 7:59 to play here in the quarter. And out of a timeout, Winamac will have it second and 8. Football at the 10.
Good timeout by Winamac. They're not getting anything up the middle there. I mean, Triton's defense has just clogged that middle. I look for Adriano to kind of roll out here. He's got roll to his right, maybe.
You're thinking right? I'm thinking left. They got the extra blocker on the left. I always go to the strong side, but we'll see. Snap. And we're both wrong.
Yep.
He's going to hand it to Wolford up the left side. He will get devoured by the front of the Trojans there. They have done a great job of stopping anything they try to do in the middle of the line.
They have. Triton linebackers are so active. I mean, the front line's kind of clogging it up, and the linebackers are coming in cleaning it up.
Maddox Denny will come off. Shu will come back on for that defensive front. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Football at the 9. So Winamac can get a first down without scoring. They'll have wideouts to both sides here, and running back to the left of Adriano, who is going to go back into the shotgun. And we have a whistle. I'm not sure what this is. They're going to send the wide receiver to the sideline. It's got to be an equipment issue.
Or maybe, bloody finger or something.
They sent Hayden Taylor off, and now they're going to change the formation. They got wide out to the right with a man in the slot. Another wide out to the left. Snap. Adriano back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Oh, and he hit Wolford right in the chest.
Boy.
Couldn't hold it. I think he heard footsteps.
He did, but that hit right between the 2 and the 1.
Couldn't have been a better pass, but Riffle was bearing down on him, and he took a hit and dropped the ball before the hit. So now it is 4th down and 7. Football at the 9. Triton about to have a second great stand here. We'll see what they do. They got trips to the right now. Running back is Wolford to the left of Adriano in the shotgun. Steps up, ready to go. Takes the snap, back to throw, looking to the right side. Man over the middle, and where's the football?
As a little behind him.
Little behind him, and a good job by Riffle to get a fist in there and knock it out of the hand of Wolford. And so once again, Triton able to hold. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line.
Those are 2 missed opportunities by Winamac. They expect to win this game. They needed to cash in on one of those. They had open receivers, missed drop balls, missed passes. They kind of shot themselves in the foot.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Triton. We have 7:09 to play in the half. No score yet. And the Trojans come out of the huddle with running back to the left, trips to the left, stack receiver set. They're going to run that way. Pitch to Obermeyer. Looking to get to the corner. Boy, they just strung that out, and that's close.
That's close, but
Adriano, and I think Jaden was a little bit looking for the face mask. I thought it was going to be hit out of bounds. He really drug him out of there. Loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 as that just never developed.
That was an NFL quarterback. It would have been called.
I gotta say, you're probably right on that, but it was a running back in high school, so we're going to let that play, I guess. Man in the slot here to the left. Snap to Riffle. He'll hand it to Obermeyer. He'll come back across the right, makes a guy miss, gets down to about the 15. So a nice gain on that one, about 7. It'll be 3rd down now, and 5. Football at the 15.
Big play for Triton. They got to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, especially with the problems they've had with the kicking game.
I was going to say, you almost think you got to be in 4-down territory just because you've had so much trouble punting the football.
Well, last 3 games, they're not used to it.
Well, I guess you're right. They haven't got a lot of game practice on that. Riffle out, ready to go. Obermeyer, the running back, fakes the handoff, gets it over the middle. Maddox Denny with a catch, and he'll get drugged down by Wolford, but not before he gets out to the 27. It's good for a first down, brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Trojan first down.
Football be set down at the 27, so they get a little bit of breathing room here. And even more so, the drive stays alive with 6:14. Really, I got to feel that best of all worlds here. Triton's thinking if we can run the clock all the way to the end and score before halftime, that's perfect. Obermeyer into the secondary, hurls a tackler. He's in open field. 2 men to beat, chasing him down. Rugg is going to grab him from behind and take him to the turf, but he's all the way down to the 18-yard line.
That's the big play they were looking for.
44-yard run.
44-yard run.
5:53 to play, and Obermeyer finally drugged to the turf at the 18. And it'll be 1st and 10, brought to you by
First Source Bank.
That is exactly what they were looking for, and Overmeyer made most of that happen by himself. Got some space into that line, but he made a guy miss and then jumped over a tackler.
First and 10, Trojan.
He'll be to the left of Riffle here as they come out of the huddle. Gayhart in the slot. Snap. Run to the right by Riffle. He's looking to pitch. He's got, Overmeyer. What a catch off the first hop. Dances down the sideline and scores.
Boy, what a good recovery.
What a play by Jaden Overmeyer. Riffle came out. He was thinking about pitch. It was the old option play. And it wasn't a good one. Overmeyer somehow dribbled that thing right back up into his hands, tiptoed down the sideline, puts it in, and the 18-yard run makes it 6-0 Triton. Coming on now for the extra point, Cameron Callahan out of the hold of Riffle. Snap is down, the kick is up, looks good, and it is good. And so we'll go to break at 5:26 to play in the half here. 7-0 our score. Triton on the board first. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Back at Triton, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee, as the Trojans have gotten on the board first here. They lead it 7-0. Out to kick it off, Franklin Sullivan. Back to receive for Winamac will be Bug and looks like Burgess back there with him to receive this kick. Boy, what a drive by Jaden Overmeyer. A couple of huge plays for him.
Back-to-back plays.
Puts Triton on the board. Sullivan ready to go. And everybody ready to go. Kick is a low-line drive right up the middle. Bug going to let it bounce, and it stops at the 1. He'll have to bring it forward. He gets stopped. He trips a little bit. Does a nice job of recovering. But, boy, that died right at the 1. Bug had to pick it up and run with it, and he'll only get out to the 11.
Didn't have a choice. This is really important for Winamac to get something going here. They need to get a few first downs. They don't want to give the ball right back to Triton, who's got all the momentum.
All the momentum, and quite frankly, if you don't go a little further than 3 and out, 5:19 to play, they got all the time in the world, too. So we'll see what Winamac decides to do here with their next possession. As I said, 5:19 to play in the first half. It is 7-0 Triton. Adriano has him out of the huddle. Wolford, the running back, to his right. He's got wideouts to both sides, man in the slot. Burgess, snap, handoff. Wolford goes to the left, gets some room, gets into the secondary. He's finally hit there by Callahan, driven to the turf by Prater, and it's going to depend on the spot. They're going to have him short of the first down, and it'll be second down, and we'll call it 2, a little bit more than 1.
Really nice first down play, though. That's probably the most positive yard they've gotten on first down so far tonight.
It's the first time they've beaten that front that much. Front has done a great job of eating up those blocks and letting the linebackers fly to the ball, and that has been the story of the game. Now I formation for Adriano. Take the snap, he'll hand it to the halfback in that formation. That's going to be Burgess, and he is driven to the turf by Riffle.
Brought down by Gavin Riffle.
Gavin Riffle. It's going to be good for a first down.
Oh, they gave that to him. Yep. I thought he was going to be about a half yard short.
Gave him the spot, so first down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Players coming on for Winamac. Adriano has the play. Let's see what formation they come out in this time. Done a little bit of everything. Now it's just a single running back. That old flex bone look under center will be Adriano. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it straight up the middle. Wolford just pushing his way forward. And he'll get knocked down at the 26. Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Triton linebackers are just coming. I mean, they're not even reading anything. They're just filling the gaps.
Well, they've kind of shown that's,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They've shown that they don't really have to think about it that much. Haven't had a lot of success in the pass game. We're going to send a wide out here to the right side now. Adriano under center, H-backs, and a running back. Man in motion is Cardenas. Adriano will keep it, and he is driven to the turf. Looked like he wanted to throw that at the end of the play.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good choice he did. And looks like Adriano's down, but so is another Winamac. Looks like a lineman.
I'm going to have a whistle and an official's timeout here. So we got 2 guys down. Adriano going to get up. I think he just lost his shoe, but the lineman out here is going to require some attention by the trainer. So we'll take a break as well. Our score with 3:10 to play in the half. Triton 7, Winamac nothing. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day 1. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at Triton High School, and fortunately the lineman up, that is Cale Federer. And he'll go to the sideline to get some more attention, but he was up on his own power. So that's the good news.
Big third down play here.
Third down and 8. 7-0 the score.
North end zone here at 2 minutes. Go to the north end zone. Junior high football and cheer.
And now out of the huddle, Adriano in the shotgun. He'll take the snap looking to the left. Nothing. Oh, boy. Out of nowhere, huge hit on the blitz. Colton Reynolds just leveled him. Didn't even have a chance to look for the receiver. Adriano just glanced to the left, about to throw it, and Reynolds just put the hit on him.
Yeah, number 3 was coming. He was coming open, rug down the sideline, so it's probably a pretty good thing you didn't get the ball off.
Now we got a whistle and a timeout. Triton going to take this timeout. And so the Trojans will come to the sideline. We'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to the Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day 1. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at Triton, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee. 7-0 our score, 2:40 to play. And Triton takes a timeout here, trying to save some time. They've got a lot of time that they can use here to try to put something else on the board as Ryder Gayhart will go back to receive this punt. Adriano will be the quarterback. Boy, he
does everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been beaten up a little bit tonight, too. I know he came off after about that third defensive play, and that left arm was hanging. That's not the case anymore. He got ripped into there. Snap. Good one. Low line drive kick. Gayhart comes forward. He'll field it about the 48. Makes a man miss. Gets upfield. He'll be drugged to the turf. Gets by the 40. They'll not mark him down at 37, and it'll be 1st and 10 Triton.
Great field position. 2.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Triton's offense, they're wide open what they can do here.
1st and 10 Trojans.
1st and 10, football at the 37. Ripple will bring them out to the huddle. We'll see what they got called. Brady Shoes explaining something down here. Not sure what that is, but now the play going to get called. 2:30 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Triton. They'll come out. They got a man in the slot to the left side. Running back is Obermeyer. He'll get the ball. Goes back to the right, and he'll get a couple. They knock him down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Looks like they're going to their hurry-up offense. They got some players holding up some signs now.
Caden Bradley hustles on. He'll take that wide receiver spot here on the left. Hand off to Obermeyer, picking his way. Finds an opening,
trouble.
Gets to the outside. One man to beat, and a good job out there on that corner by Hayden Taylor, who was able to push him out of bounds, but not before he's able to run for a 1st down. Brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Beautiful.
I was trying to read their signs coming in.
Yeah, they do have the signs down here calling the plays. That's kind of cool. 2:03. I wonder who made the signs. They look good.
I've seen a Batman sign. So.
Out of the huddle, Riffle takes a snap, hands it to the Batman sign is hand it to Obermeyer. He'll go up the right side. He'll pick up 3 or 4.
They have a Packer sign down there.
That's going to ruin my evening. They do have a Packer sign down there. Ripple with the snap. Hands it to Obermeyer. He'll get buried at the line of scrimmage. See, that's what happens when you call a Packer play. 3rd down now and 9. Clock running, minute 34.
Still plenty of time for him.
Got to get a chunk here, though. You don't want to end up in 4th and long. Riffle brings him out of the huddle. To the right is Bradley on the wideout. He'll roll to the right. Riffle looking to throw. Flag goes down. Has a man in the end zone. It's Gayhart in stride, and it's going to take points off the board.
Probably.
Flag came in as Riffle was rolling to the right, looking for somewhere to throw. He had Gayhart hit him perfectly. And a holding call against Triton will bring it all back.
Yeah, and that we talked about that in the pregame, how costly some penalties will be, and this was about as big as it could get.
About a 30-yard throw down into the end zone, and Gayhart was not – he was covered decently. It wasn't like he was standing there all by himself either. So Riffle with a perfect throw, and it all comes back. And it'll be 3rd down now and 19. Football at the 33. Clock stopped with a minute 7. So now the clock will start again. Running at 1:05. Ripple out of the huddle. Has Obermeyer to his left. Snap. He'll fake the handoff, back to throw, screen pass. As Obermeyer,
nice
blockers
play.
in front, breaks it back to the left, breaks a tackle. He's got to beat Adriano. He can't. Adriano slows him down just enough for the trailer to catch up. That was Michael Schidler, but first down has a big play on that one.
And that was a safe play, but what a great call. I mean, right up the middle, give it to your best back, make him make some people miss.
Triton takes a timeout. We'll stay here. 48 seconds to play. As the Trojans now trying to get on the board again before halftime. They scored just a few moments ago and lead at 7-0.
I think they still have one timeout yet. Scoreboard didn't show it, but I can only remember them taking 2.
I think you're right. I'm not so sure they don't have 2. Oh, no, they took the defensive timeout to try to stop the clock. So I think they've got 1 left, too.
So time's really not a factor. I mean, they can get 4 plays off. They're at the 10, so it's basically first and goal.
And that's exactly what it is. First and goal. Brought to you by First Source Bank. Must be cowboy night here.
Yeah, the cheerleaders all have
the cowboy hats and the boot. Well, I saw a guy with a kind of a cowboy hat on coming in here with the cowboy look.
If we would have known that, we could have wore boots and
we could have been in fashion instead of like we are, just dumpy old men sitting here. I don't know. 48 seconds left. First and 10. Football at the 10, so first and goal. Ripple has them out. Wideouts to both sides. Quintana to the left. It is Bradley to the right. Snap. Looking over the middle. Bradley's there. He'll take it in stride, and it's 6. That is the hardest pass to defend in high school football, I think, is that quick slant out of the slot. And Bradley able to take it and score.
Timing was there, the throw was there, just a well-executed play.
Spread the field out. There was one-on-one coverage on that slot, and he's able to get it in there and make it 13-0. 44 seconds, and now on to try to make it 14 is Cameron Callahan. Snap is down, the kick is up, low-line drive, and it will be good. So the extra point goes through, and that makes it 14-0 Triton. And we'll take a break. They'll kick it off when we come back. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
All right, we're back. Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee. Our Game of the Week. The Trojans lead this one 14-0. 44 seconds to play in the half, and set to kick it off will be Franklin Sullivan for Triton. Well, that's just a good last 3 or 4 minutes for Triton here.
And Triton needed that. I mean, they kind of been stalemated the whole game, just kind of came alive there last 3-4 minutes of the half.
So Sullivan ready to kick it off. Burgess and Bug, the two guys back to receive. Kick is a low line drive picked up on the first hop by Burgess. He'll bring it ahead and get knocked to the turf about the 33. So let's see if Winamac takes a shot at least here with 39 seconds left. You almost have to, don't you?
You do, and you know Adriano's got the arm, but boy, turnover right now, Triton still has some time to run some offense.
What I was thinking, and Callahan looks like he could kick at least a medium-range field goal, so you wouldn't have to get really probably beyond the 15 or 20. So coming out of the huddle, they're going to go to the shotgun look, the pistol, I should say. Not pistol, they got the running back to the left, so that's not what it's called. Wide out to the left, man in motion is Burgess. They'll hand it to him on the jet action back across the green. He'll stay in bounds as he's knocked to the turf at the 38-yard line. It'll be second down.
Kind of think that's going to be, Winamac doesn't need to run another play. Just kind of go to their locker room, regroup.
22 seconds. Man running on is Lewis Rugg, the third. He'll bring the play. Wolford, the running back, to the right. H-back to the right. Man in motion, Cardenas. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be Wolford. He'll get knocked down at the 41-yard line. It'll be third down, and that'll end the first half. So that is the end of half number one. We'll go to halftime, and our score, 14-0. Triton with the lead. A flurry of points in the last couple of minutes here in the second quarter will give them the lead as they head to the break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
It's the Big B Coffee Halftime Show.
And we're back at Triton High School here at halftime. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. We're going to talk to Rodney Eunice, the AD at Triton here in a moment, but they're introducing the junior high football and cheerleaders out here. Some of these guys got some pretty good moves.
He's flexing.
Number
20's out there flexing.
Some of them look like they got. There we go. We go.
I don't know what that was.
Well, it was kind of the Gangnam style thing. I think.
I'd say that'd be a good description.
Yeah, there's some moves going on down there. But what a great half of football. This is kind of, to be honest with you, a little similar to last week's game. A couple of teams just banging on each other and one able to get some at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I think looking back at it, Winamac's going to kind of kick themselves because they had 2 prime opportunities and they weren't able to punch in either one, and they had their chances. I mean, they had some open receivers, some drop balls, and a good team against like Triton, you need to capitalize on those kind of mistakes.
I was going to say, the one that comes back to me is the drop ball. Man open in the end zone, and he hit him right square in the numbers and just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, and the series before that, missed a throw on 4th down.
Yeah.
He was wide open. So, yeah, that's tough to come back from, but that's 2 touchdowns off the board. So we're looking at potentially a tie game, but
the thing is that when it's out in the middle of the field, both teams, I mean, Jaden Overmeyer's been able to find some running room here at the end of the first half. But before that, I mean, that front for Triton, those guys just eat up all those blocks and let those linebackers use their speed to run to the ball.
They really have. Good gang tackling and all that. But Overmeyer's been the difference. He got loose on a couple back-to-back plays, a long 44-yard run, and then it wasn't a bobbled pitch, but kind of a poor pitch. He picked it up and scored on it. So I mean, those were gigantic plays in the scheme of things.
His field awareness on that play was something, too, because he was right on the sideline and somehow managed to just tightrope it down there for about 10 yards and have the presence of mind to stay in bounds and get down the sideline. And he had a really, honestly, that was his drive right there.
It was. I mean, because that easily could have been a turnover, and then that would have gave the momentum back to Winamac. And Winamac's got to find something to get some big plays. They've been getting some nice 3, 4, 7-yard runs, but they haven't been able to get that big play yet, which that's what Triton's been able to do.
14-0 our score here at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll talk to Rodney Eunice, the athletic director at Triton, about some of the other things going on around the school and here in the fall season. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. At halftime, 14-0. Triton leads Winamac.
Your morning, it deserves more than just coffee. It deserves Big B coffee. From velvety lattes to our famous sweet foam cold brews, every sip is brewed with love, laughter, and a splash of fun. All first responders and veterans receive a free brewed coffee and 20% off their entire order. Students and teachers receive 10% off with a valid school ID. Have the best day ever by stopping in to your family favorite local coffee shop where every cup comes with a smile and every day starts brighter. Stop in today and let's make it a big day. Big B Coffee, have the best day ever, located on Columbus Drive in Plymouth.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
And Rodney Eunice, the athletic director at Triton High School, joins me. Man, I'm not going to. We want to talk about your other sports going on, but I want to start. I hadn't been in your field house facility at all, and I was over there a couple of weeks for practice, and it was stormy. You had 2 football teams practicing in there. I mean, that has got to be a really great facility for you to have at your disposal just for that purpose. I mean, you can use it for almost anything.
Yeah, we definitely, it was a great purchase. When we got it built, gosh, it's I'm not even sure when it's been now. We're going on maybe 8-9 years now, and it's we enjoy it. It's kind of a gym that we're able to use. All of our PE classes go over there, and so it keeps our main gym, in better condition. And and then when we have bad weather, it definitely allows us to allow the football team to get in there if we don't have other practices going on, and it gives you enough space to be able to do some things. So yeah, we're definitely blessed.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a really it's a tough investment for a school the size of Triton, but it's such a great asset to have. And like you mentioned, even for PE classes, things like that, there's so many things you can do with it.
Yeah, it really helps us come wintertime for practice purposes. We can get most of our kit, the junior high and high school, we can get most of them to practice after school and not have to have late nights.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Well, let's talk about your I want to start with your girls cross country team. They're having a heck of a year.
Yeah, they are, and I know we've mentioned this before, but, we've got some young runners. I mean, it's, we've got a strong group of freshmen that are doing well, but, we've got 3 seniors that are leading them, and they're leading well, and it's good to see. It's sometimes, as a senior, when you get bypass, because times don't lie. If you have a better time, you're going to be one of the top runners. And but our seniors, they keep leading, and that's what's important. And it's really brought this program together, and they're doing well. And we're anxious to see what happens come sectional, and see if we can get some runners to advance. Possibly even the team. You just never know.
That's been the thing. You've been in some big meets with some big schools with a lot of runners, and they're holding their own with everybody.
They have, and we've kind of fallen into that second place each time. But where we've been in the past to getting second place, that's pretty amazing. And so we're definitely pleased with the girls and what they're doing, and we just hope they continue with it.
And the boys too. I mean, you don't have enough for a full team, but you got a couple of guys that are out there every night.
Yeah,
and
we've got a couple of guys, and they're improving.
Yeah.
Their times are improving, and that's all you can ask for. Unfortunately, we just don't have the numbers to fill the full team, but give credit to those boys that go out there and they run and give their best each week.
Talk about your volleyball team too. I mean, I haven't seen any of their scores. I'm underwater on a lot of things.
How they
this been
was a busy week.
Yeah,
this was a busy week. Actually, the last 2 weeks has been very busy for the girls. Last week we played 3 nights in a row, and then we hosted a tournament on Saturday. And it's kind of a carbon copy for this week. Last night they finished their third match in a row, and they go to Tippy Valley on Saturday. And this week, it was on Tuesday night we played Elkhart Christian, and we won in 4. And then Wednesday went to Jimtown and won in 5. And then last night went to Bethany Christian and 1 in 5. So the girls have had some marathon matches, and but they pulled them out. And so we're proud of the girls, and they just continue to improve.
Now, do you host the sectional this year, or is that someplace else?
It is at Oregon Davis.
Oh, okay. And once again, they're usually right there as a team that probably is going to be a sectional champion. What are you looking at this year with them?
When it comes sectional time, it's whoever is playing well at that time, and I feel like our girls are going to be right there in the mix. But there are some strong teams in our sectional, and so we will we'll see how we play when we get to that point.
I'm kind of at the same point on your tennis team too. I haven't seen any scores this week. It's been a little bit wild, but they have had a very solid, really a nice season.
Yes, they have, and again, we don't have a single senior on the squad, and these boys, they just we've got strong numbers in tennis, and so it's really been nice to see. We've been able to get JV matches and to develop those kids, and it's exciting to see where our tennis program is going.
Well, and the thing is, too, it's perennially been a very strong, all the way back. Even when I first came back to town 30 years ago, you had some great coaches, some great players. It's always been a really strong program over there.
Absolutely, and we had a dip there for a little while, just lack of numbers, and when you don't have the numbers, it's difficult to compete. And we've been able to get the numbers back up, and we got a great group of boys that are working hard. The coaches are doing well with them, and it's fun watching them compete.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your football team now. They're off to a great start, and they're hitting a point in the season that you're used to over the years that you had to deal with.
Yeah.
With those really, you got 3 top 10 teams coming up here in a row in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. We'll definitely, and the competition is going to get stronger, and our boys. Again, I like where we're at, but we still have some ways to go. And, tonight's not going to be easy. You can't look at records. And, our boys are going to have to battle strong tonight and just continue to improve on the things that they do. And I think if they do that, we'll set ourselves in a pretty good position for the remainder of the season. But it's going to be fun. Our conference is strong top to bottom. And, I feel there are several teams that have an opportunity to win this conference this year, and it's just going to be who can string it together and stay healthy.
It's also that time of year when you're getting ready to go into that tournament as well, and you got a tough sectional coming up too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those when you finish week 9 playing North Miami and then turn around and you have North Miami in your sectional. I mean, you could play back to back, and I've never been a fan of that, but what can you do? And so it'll be interesting. But it's going to get here before we know it. But fortunately, we do have some weeks yet in between that we can continue to work and improve on ourselves to get better.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you spending some time with us, and I'm sure we'll run across each other a few more times before we get to basketball.
Absolutely. It's always good talking to you, Rusty.
Rodney Eunice, the athletic director at Triton High School, and we'll be right back.
Johnson Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee. It is just winding down out of halftime here. 14-0 lead for Triton, and I want to look at a couple of scores here that are kind of interesting. Only have a first quarter score from Culver and North Judson, 6-0 Judson.
Wow, that's Culver's playing them tough.
Cavs staying with them. Mishawaka and Goshen, 46-0 the Cavemen. That we'll have Plymouth and Mishawaka coming up for you in a couple of weeks. Mishawaka in the top 5 in 4A. Some other scores. This one is a surprise. Tippecanoe Valley jumped out to like a 24-7 lead. Well, LaVille's come back at halftime. They're within 10 at 24-14.
Okay.
Here, 14-0. Obviously, Triton leads Winamac. And as we go down, here's a good one. In my mind, I wouldn't mind watching that game. Second quarter score, Concord and Warsaw. Minutemen lead that one 10-7.
And we got Warsaw next week.
We got Warsaw next week at Plymouth, so we will have that one for you. Northridge leading Northwood 7-0. It's Penn over Marion 41-7. But here's one. Last week we saw Bremen. Well, it's the game for Bremen. Jimtown and Bremen has been that rivalry for decades, and it's 15-0 Jimtown.
That's kind of a shocker,
That
too.
is kind of surprising to me. Excuse me, after we saw them last week. Here's the big one. Knox just now scored to take the lead. Glenn was leading that one 14-8 in the second quarter. It is now 16-14 Knox, and got to believe they're getting close to going to halftime. So that's a rundown of our scores. The other one I was interested in, next week we'll have Plymouth at home against Warsaw. I don't have a score on that one. They're playing Wawasee.
Wawasee, yeah.
But it is underway. We just don't have a score yet. And as I said, here it's 14-0. Triton leads Winamac as both teams getting ready to go. You made the point as we went into the break here at halftime. Winamac's got to find something. I mean, they've got to. And how many times, you've been with me a little while. This first drive of the third quarter, 9 times out of 10 is pretty much decides the game.
No, it is. They need to find some chunk plays, not more than 3 to 5 yards. They need those 15, 20-yard plays, kind of, quicken up the game a little bit for them. But so I think LaVille's going to get the ball. And LaVille. You just said LaVille. And
well, it's blue. Come on.
Well, it is. I know.
Blue is blue.
Triton's going to get the ball to start the half, and with their momentum, I mean, another score, I wouldn't say it breaks the game open, but it
puts you really behind the eight ball.
Especially with all the firepower that they have, and they can score so quick. So Winamac's got to come up with a stop here and get the ball, go down, and make something happen.
I would agree with you. I mean, you've really got to make a statement here early in this third quarter. You're down by 2 scores. You're going to give them the ball to start the third quarter. So, is it Hillbilly Night? Is that what we're playing here?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. This is some of these things are so creative.
I know. They have themes.
They have themes almost every week, and I don't know how they come up with them every week.
They got the bib overalls.
They got the whole thing going on.
Cowboys and
kid with the cone.
Yeah,
was really. That's something I'd wear. Gayhart is on the left back there to receive with Caden Bradley. And on the right, I turned around before I could get his number. But we'll tell you, I think that's Riffle. Not Gage, but Gavin. And so now, set to kick off will be Carter Ulrich for Winamac. And it's just a little pooch kick over here to the 30. And boy, a dangerous attempt there.
No,
the up man, Lucas, nicely as he caught it but kicked it out of bounds.
He kicked it up another 10 yards. I guess I'm questioning. That's where did they get the ball at?
It should be where he touched it, I would think.
They're giving him that extra 10 yards. I wasn't sure about that.
Yards. So it evidently is where it goes out of bounds. He came up and tried to make a shoestring catch on that ball. I don't know. I got to feel like his special teams coach maybe had a coaching point with him when he came to the sideline.
But a nice 10-yard return after touching the ball. So.
It was. 1st and 10 at the 40. Triton will have it. Riffle has him out in the huddle. And we'll see how the Trojans started off here in the second half. They lead it 14-0. He's got Overmeyer to his right. H-backs on both sides. He'll hand it to Overmeyer back to the right. He'll get drugged down. This looks like the beginning of the game, just into the line and just buried in a sea of white and maroon. Gain of a yard. Well, it looks like they're not even going to they'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9.
And they're still hopping around there, Winamac, on the defensive line. Adriano came up there and gave him a head bump. So they're still really engaged.
Which you would expect. Josh Burgess, a veteran coach, has been around that program for a while. Snap, a little bit low. Riffle, and we've got a whistle on the snap. They won't even let the play go. It looked like it was going to be a dump screen off here to Jaden Overmeyer on the right side, but a false start will move it back 5, and this is a great start for Winamac.
Yeah, again, that costly penalty, and that give the ball to Overmeyer on the right side. A lot of good things could have happened there.
Putting them behind the sticks now. All the way back to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, 14. And we'll see what play they have called. Clock running. We're just underway here in the third period. Triton with a 14-0 lead. Out of the huddle, Riffle ready to go. He's got Overmeyer to his right, H-backs to both sides, wide out to the left. Fake handoff, quick dump pass over the middle, and don't think Quintana was even looking.
No, that kind of just zipped right by him. That ball was thrown pretty good.
Riffle put a lot of juice on that, threw it right by the receiver, Riffle, and like I said, Quintana didn't look like he was even looking for the pass. He was in traffic there, but 3rd down now and 14.
And let's just say Adriano, he tweaked his ankle on that play. I'm looking at it. He was coming up for the hit right there. He pulled off, but he's
I'm beginning to wonder if it's not all just to deke people into thinking he's hurt, because he's been hurt all day. Quick pass over the middle, tipped right into the hands of the defender. Tip drill run to perfection. Caught by Taylor, the defensive back, coming back across the middle. Bradley tried to get his hands on it. It scooted right through him and right into the hands of Taylor sitting behind him, so an interception will turn it over. And if you're Winamac, this is exactly what you were hoping for.
Yep. I mean, they got a short field here right about midfield. Turnover, got the momentum now. They might just try to go deep here right off the bat.
Football at the 49. Well, they did to start the game. Adriano showed you he could throw the football. Threw it about 45, 50 yards in the air. Got a wide receiver, man in the slot here to the right. Wolford, the running back. Snap. He'll hand it to Wolford, coming back to the left. Gets into the second line of defense, into the secondary. He'll pick up 12, and it's 1st and 10 Winamac, brought to you by First Source Bank.
And that's one of those chunk plays. Just got 12 yards right off the bat.
Football placed at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10. Just underway here in the third. Winamac with their first possession of the second half. Adriano has him out of the huddle. Looks like he's going to go to the shotgun here. This is a weird set. It almost looks like punt formation. 3 guys in front of him. And they'll snap it right between them, and Adriano coming behind him. And, boy, they stack that one up big time. That was almost like a wildcat with a quarterback. 3 running backs up in front of him. They snapped it between 2 of them right into the hands of Adriano, and
no gain on the play.
Triton having nothing to do with that, so a gain maybe of a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9, but it's just inside the 40.
Triton's been winning the line of scrimmage battle so far tonight.
They absolutely have. Wide receiver in the slot now to the right, H-back to the left. In the shotgun, Adriano running back to his right. Snap. He'll hand it to Wolford coming back across to the left side. He is stacked up. Gets a couple of hard-earned yards. Quintana was there first. And it looks like 52. Reynolds was out there with him.
Short game on the play.
Maybe a yard. They're going to give him 2. So it'll be 3rd, and I'm going to call it 8.
Got to think they're in 4-down territory, being down 2 scores.
I would agree with you. Football is inside the 50. It's on the Triton side of the field at the 38. So you only need to get some of this. Rugg all the way out here to the right side. Wide out. Man in the slot. Running back to the left. Snap. Back to throw. Adriano looking over the middle. Has Rugg on the slant. And that's going to be good for a first down. Just over the 30. He'll be drugged to the turf at the 29. And a first down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
You're so good at that.
No, that was another chunk play there. A nice throw, nice catch. Boy, their offense is coming to life here in the second half.
Looks like Winamac has made some nice adjustments here at the halftime break. Out of the huddle, Adriano will go under center this time. Wide receiver to the left, H-backs both sides, running back Wolford behind him. In motion is Burgess. Hands it back to Wolford, right up the middle, carrying guys with him. He'll get 8. Finally knocked down out there. And they're going to put him down at the 21. That's a generous spot.
Prater there to make the tackle.
Prater was the lead on that.
7-yard gain.
So they'll give him 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. And like I said, football at the 22. The guy over here had him a lot closer. I got to learn to watch the guy that's actually spotting the ball. 2nd down and 3. Adriano under center, man in motion. He'll hand it to him. Cardenas back to the right.
Cut.
Makes a nice cut back. Gets into the secondary. He's down inside the 10 at the 8. Finally drugged to the ground there by Gayhart and Winamac. With some fire here in their first possession. They'll have 1st and goal at the 8.
Goal for the Warriors.
This is their 3rd time down around the 10-yard line, so very important they get something out of this.
Clock moving at 7:45. Adriano will take it under center here. Wolford, the running back. He'll have the tight formation. Wings to both sides. Nobody wide. Looks over the formation. Takes a snap. He'll hand it off. Wolford running behind that offensive line. Getting a push.
They're getting a little push now.
They'll knock him down at the 5. Pick up a 4. 2nd down now. And let's see where they put it down.
Charlie Worsham with the tackle.
Looks like right on the 5.
Right on the 5.
And Winamac's offensive line is getting a little push here all of a sudden. And Triton, they're substituting some down linemen in and out to keep them fresh.
7 minutes to play. Clock running in the 3rd. 14-0 Triton, but Winamac knocking on the door. Once again, tight set, wings to both sides, running back behind the quarterback under center. Snap, handoff up the middle, same exact play. This time a much different result.
Wolford with the carry, Reynolds with the tackle.
Reynolds was the first one on the spot as he hit him at the point of attack. He was helped out. And a bunch of tacklers drive the running back Wolford back, and no gain. 3rd and goal now. You throw it?
Boy, I don't think you run up the middle. They kind of Triton's shooting those middle linebackers. So
see what they do here. Wolford will be the running back under center, Adriano, and that tight formation again. Snap. And fake handoff to Wolford. Adriano runs it to the right side, and what a play by Quintana, I think, out there.
About the half-yard line.
Isaac Quintana saved the touchdown. He was able to get out there and string it out far enough and knock Adriano to the turf, and it's 4th down and goal, and it is, I don't know how you could get much closer to the goal line.
Adriano 6'2", 190. Just pick a side. Go.
And they're going to bring him under center. You're going to like this.
Linebackers are coming.
4th, they're right
gap.
in the middle. Pick a gap and go. So Adriano will go right up the middle, and it looks like they stopped him. And they're going to call him in.
Wow, that was close.
Referee from the right side runs in and calls touchdown. That was close. You're right. Those linebackers filled those gaps.
Yep.
It looked like they might have got the stop. But it's going to be 6. And so now Winamac on the board, tightens it up, 14-6 the score.
What an impressive drive to start the 3rd quarter for them.
They used up almost 6 minutes of clock on that. So 5:18 to play here in the 3rd. And coming on to kick the extra point will be Ulrich out of the hold of Parker Abbott.
It's a big extra point.
Snap is good. A whistle as they start. Flags fly.
So if it's on Triton, perchance.
You might go for 2. Well,
yeah.
You go for 2. That's what. Illegal substitution on Winamac. Yeah, I don't think 25 got off the field in time. They tried to make a substitution late on there, and I don't think that Taylor got off the field in time. Now Cardenas is going to come to the sideline. He may have been the one that just didn't get off. They may have had 12 men on the field. Because nobody else came off. Cardenas came off and nobody else. So
makes it a 25-yard field goal basically now.
Extra point from 25 yards. And
bad
bad snap. They pitch it to the run, and it's caught in midair.
He can go.
And he is going to be called dead. High school, they will not let you do that. He caught that, tried to pitch it to the
Boy, I thought
kicker.
You could go.
You can everywhere else, but not in high school football yet. Isaac Quintana caught that in midair, and there was nothing in front of him.
I think I could have ran that one
all the way to the goal line. And I would say that, except that I don't know. I've been feeling kind of weak lately. I don't know if I could have made it, but they will call that dead because that's the way they play it. So we'll be right back. It is 14-6 Triton, and you're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
In the 3rd quarter.
Happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Triton as Winamac has put a score on the board. Carter Ulrich will kick it off here as we have a 14-6 score. Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. And Ulrich ready to go. His kick is away. It is high. It is deep. It's going to come down at the 20. And Riffle will have to chase it down. Gavin Riffle picks it up at the 15. He's able to get back to the 21. It'll be 1st and 10 Triton there.
It's important for trying to get something going here, right? They need a couple first downs, kind of slow this momentum down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They're going to put him right at the 20. First drive was looked like it might be promising that Triton had the football out of the halftime break, but big run called back, touchdown called back. That was in the first half. I'm starting to show my age.
Well, they did have a penalty here to start the third quarter.
Don't listen to me. I'm an old man. I was having these flashbacks. I was seeing the frozen tundra of Green Bay. Snap to Riffle. He'll hand it off. Overmeyer to the right side. Picking his way. Makes a couple of guys miss. He'll get about 5 as they shove him backwards after the end of the play. But he's able to get out to the 25-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Nice run there. Nice. Just picked his hole.
He's so hard to bring down. If you're looking at that, how many guys had their hands on him before he finally...
You got to go low on him.
Came down. And like I say, if you see him up close, even in his uniform, he is a very, like I say, he doesn't miss leg day. Yeah. Snap. Hand off to Overmeyer. He's got some room on the left side. He'll get to the sideline, and Adriano finds himself.
Took out a coach.
Took out a couple of coaches down there on the sideline. He gets patted on the back by them as he fought through the play, but not before Overmeyer was able to get to the corner, turn it ahead to the 37, and it's a 1st down brought to you by
First Source Bank. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle,
That was. The only guy between him and the house was Adriano. He's able to run him out. And now I don't think I've ever seen that. Gayhart just got caught. He was leaning, just fell forward. I don't know whether he was trying to get into a stance or what, and then Overmeyer motion hurdled him. But they'll move him back because that's a procedure penalty. You can't do that.
Again, it's one of those penalties. Got a nice little drive going.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now. Football at the 27. Depending on not depending on how this goes. That's going to be on the dry erase board in the locker room tonight as penalties. Pistol formation, running back behind, Gayhart to the right, and a run right up the right side, and once again a huge play.
It's an ankle-saving tackle.
Ankle-saving tackle there by Rugg the third, as that could have been another 10 at least. As it is, it's 7 or 8. It's going to be 2nd down. Football at the 39-yard line. 7 to go here for a 1st down. 3:53 and counting, 14-6 Triton. That same formation again, running back to the left, pistol. Hand off to Overmeyer, straight up the middle. He'll get a couple. Knocked down over the 40. They're going to put him at the 41. It'll be 3rd down.
Wolford's really having a good game on offense and defense, too. Number 7 there. He's filling that gap really well.
Burgess has looked good on both sides of the ball, too. I know he's the one that dropped that pass, but he's got a lot of speed, and he's been at the point of attack a lot. He's playing that outside linebacker to the left. Actually, he may be the free safety. That is exactly what he is. Snap, handoff, left side. Overmeyer finds a hole, slips going through, and Adriano makes him regret it.
Good hit, helped him up.
Just slid on his heels trying to make a cut, and Adriano just put the shot to him. 4th down now and 2, and it looks like Andy Barker's going to go for it.
I'm going to say Riffle's going to keep the ball here, Rusty. He likes these situations.
Football on the 44. Riffle, same formation. Snap. He'll hand it to Overmeyer. He gets to the left, beats a tackler, gets through and gets into the secondary. He's got one man to beat, and he'll get driven to the turf. And we're going to get a horse collar, I think, tackle on this at the end of it. But Jaden Overmeyer once again made that play.
He did. They had him stop dead to rights there.
He was going to be short of the 1st down. He made 2 guys, broke a couple of tackles, made a couple of guys miss, got into the secondary, and Wolford was able to drag him to the turf at the 34 of Winamac, and will get called for the horse collar. And once again, there wasn't any malicious intent. It was just all that was there to bring him to the ground. And it's going to cost them 15. They're going to take it all the way down to the 20. A huge break. You get that great run by Overmeyer and a 15-yard penalty at the end of it, and this is a huge drive. 2:31 to play. 14-6. Triton leads it, trying to put some more on the board. As Winamac answered here early in the third period. Now that same formation again. Gayhart to the left of Riffle this time. Handoff to Overmeyer coming through. He'll get drugged to the turf by Wolford. Ball pops out of his hand at the end, but ground can't call us a fumble.
Nope, definitely ruled down. Just reaching for that extra yard.
I tried to use that in baseball all the time.
The ground can't cause a fumble?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a guy in the outfield dive and catch a ball if it popped out of his glove, hey, ground can't cause a fumble. Almost worked a couple of times. You notice I said almost.
I know. I caught that. I think all the listeners did too.
Snap, Riffle, hands it off. Overmeyer coming back to the left. He'll get a few yards, knocked down at about the 13.
Well, they're definitely hitching their wagon here starting the third quarter.
Well,
Overmeyer. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
He's coming in averaging over 150 yards a game rushing, so
it's not bad.
He's got to be nearing that. He's had a couple of big plays.
I would say he's probably there by now. 14-6 the score, minute 23 and counting. Pistol formation, handoff to Overmeyer, right side. This time he's gang tackled right as he gets to the line, no gain. So now a big call here, 4th and 3. They're going to place it down at the 15-yard line. This is a big play.
Yeah, I missed it last time. I think Riffle's going to keep this one. I missed it last time.
Yeah, you did.
I think I'm going to hit this one.
Under a minute to play here in the third. 50 seconds and counting. Out of the huddle. Riffle in that pistol formation turns around, talks to Overmeyer. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it. Jaden will go to the left. There's a hole there. Decides to go another way, and I think he's caught. He's not going to make it.
Boy.
Was a little bit of a hole back towards the middle. Jaden chose to pop it outside, and that's going to turn it over on downs here to end the third quarter. 35 seconds left, but a huge stop for Winamac.
That was only being down one score. Got the ball back now, and after a long drive, that was a great stop.
So Winamac will have it back, 1st and 10 at the 15. They trail it 14-6. We're in the third quarter. 35 seconds to play here in the third.
Mouthpiece.
Evidently, Adriano lost his mouthpiece. He's looking for it in the grass. Finally picks it up. Spread formation. He'll hand it off back across that formation as Wolford breaks a couple of tackles. He'll get 3 or 4. Knocked down at the 20. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 as the clock continues to run. 20 seconds. They don't have to run a play if they don't want to, and I don't think they're gonna. They are gonna say, okay, we're gonna move this on to quarter number 4. So we will do the same. We'll take a break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week. We'll be back with the final 12. 14-6 Triton.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee with you as Max 98.3's Game of the Week goes to quarter number 4. The Trojans lead this one over Winamac 14-6. You know, we never get to we never get the T-shirts.
We don't, and I think they can throw it this far. Come on. No.
No, that was close.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Cheerleaders throw out those T-shirts, and I never get one.
They wouldn't fit me anyway. Rusty.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're made for normal human beings.
They're probably larges.
In my case, it'd have to be if they're 2X. I probably couldn't wear it. Second down and 5. Winamac out of the huddle here to start the fourth quarter. And Adriano, quarterback, has once again a spread formation. 5 wides, back to throw. Looking over the middle, has a man wide open. Cardenas catches it about the 38. He's drugged to the turf at the 44, and a flag. I don't see the flag.
It's down there about the 20.
And it's going to come all the way back.
What a
costly. That is huge. That is a pickup of 25, 30 yards. And it's going to be a holding call. It's going to bring it all the way back to about the 10.
Boy, that's a tough call. And I'm sure it's a good call, but what a big play for Winamac there.
I didn't see it, but I was watching the ball. Adriano threw. Man, he can throw the football.
As only a sophomore, with his size and his toughness, there's going to be some colleges looking at him. And I don't know what other sports he plays as far as baseball, basketball, but football's a good sport for him.
Yeah, he is. He's shown his grit. He's shown he can throw the football. He's big. He's strong. Don't know how fast he is exactly. I hadn't had a chance to show that, but he's only a sophomore. He's going to be a pain on the scouting report for at least 2 more years. Second down now and 15. Football at the 10. Winamac out in that tight set now. This is a straight I formation now, power I. Wide out to the right side. Hand off to the I back. And he'll come forward. That wasn't 70, was it?
Who was on the carry? 21?
Had to be Wolford on the carry. I almost looked like the tackle had that in his hands when they came off the ground.
And Triton will give him that play. That'll put him in 3rd and long, at 3rd and 12 here. And boy, that was a big penalty if they can't convert here.
Well, it ended up being at least a 40-yard penalty. They were going to be right at the 50 pretty much. And now they're still back at the 13-yard line. Adriano once again, wide outs to both sides. Back to throw, pressure. He'll roll out to the right. He's going to have to get rid of it in a hurry, and he can't. And that's what that speed does for you on the front line.
Brought Adriano down.
Kyle Cummins able to run him down from behind.
I think Adriano just needs to catch his breath.
He's on the ground, and we're going to have an official's timeout. I think he's going to have trouble getting up here. He's going to get up, though. Got run down from behind and drugged down from behind, and he's gingerly making his way over to the sideline. I think
that's almost looks like
it's look like a hip
or a back or something like that, because he's
not walking well.
I've had that walk before, Rusty.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had that walk this morning.
Yeah, kind of crooked and kind of.
Yeah. So he'll come to the sideline. We'll see if he'll come back. It doesn't look like he's going to come back for a while anyway. He's getting help.
He's their punter, so how important is that?
Well, it's going to make a difference here. Is now your punter is going to have to punt from behind the goal line. So 4th down, 16, football at the 9. And can't get a number on the kicker here.
No, he kind of got a glare there. Yeah.
Might be Ulrich. He's the place kicker. Or Parker Abbott. There's a 0, I think, in the second half of the number. That's where we need our NBC spotters coming in, telling us who's out there. But back deep, we know who that is. But we don't know who's kicking it away.
I don't know. Where do they resetting the play clock?
Well, they're going to wait here. They want the trainer from Triton to go over to the other side. So evidently they're going to – yeah, and boy, I tell you what, Adriano is not moving well over there. He's
No,
going to have to be helped to the bench.
He's stumbling there,
He's
isn't he?
not looking good. So the Triton trainer will go across and take a look at him.
And he's holding his hip or his back
he's not doing well.
I don't.
So they're going to come over and take a look at him. They're going to hold up time so that the trainer can get across to the other sideline. And now it'll be fourth down.
Down and 16 for the Warriors.
And Winamac will kick it away. Snap, Abbott to kick it away. Low line drive.
That's going to end up being okay.
Bounce at the 40. It's going to roll dead at the 42. So it did end up being okay. So that'll be a 40-some yard punt by the time it's over with. And Triton will have the football back with a 14-6 lead, 10 minutes and 26 seconds to play in this one.
Oh, they got one of the news stations down there filming the Triton students, so they're going crazy.
Well, they got the hats and the stuff for it.
I know,
they're set for it.
I'm going to tune in tonight. Maybe we get in the background. You never know.
We are the backdrop. I mean, they do nothing but this huge black shirt behind them. Coming out is Triton. They're in that same formation they were at in the last series. I think they call that Rhino. I don't know. Forward. Plymouth used to call it that. Overmeyer will bring it up for a couple of yards. What you got is you got the pistol, which is the quarterback taking the shotgun snap with the running back behind him, but he's also got a running back either to his right or to his left. That was Gayhart coming out. I'm sure he's going to be sitting in that position here on this play.
Well, it doesn't look like Adriano's going to come back. So Winamac gets the ball back. It's going to be interesting to see what their backup quarterback
I don't
does.
see that he could come back. They're
The way
taking
he's
care of
sitting
him.
over
I
there.
know. He does not look like he's healthy. Same formation again. Snap, handoff, Overmeyer. Back up the middle. Finds a little room on the left. Gets into the secondary. Makes a guy miss, and he'll be drugged down just shy of the 30 at the 28. It'll be a first down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
9:40. Clock will continue to run. 14-6 Triton lead. And Gayhart will come to the sideline.
First downs and the clock are Triton's friend right now.
Absolutely. We're in the fourth. Triton with an 8-point lead. First and 10. Once again, that same setup. Running back to the right, running back behind Riffle. He'll hand it to Overmeyer, who's behind. He'll go straight ahead. I bet he'll have 30 carries.
Oh,
before
he's
the end
got
of the
that.
night.
I'm just thinking he's a horse right now.
He is.
I mean, he's just
And you
getting
look
the ball
at him, he's
every
just getting,
time.
but he's getting stronger. It looks like he actually is getting stronger.
Well, he's not showing any, being tired.
Some guys are like that.
I'm not.
Didn't you play with a guy like that? Buchanan was that way, wasn't he?
Okay, yeah, that's a different level.
You're right.
That's.
But you played in that with that team. You showed up on Fridays with the uniform on, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that was a good team.
Second down, snap. They'll hand it to the running back to the left. Gayhart going to take it to the house.
What a change of pace there.
Just handed it off. He took it back across the grain, made the linebackers miss. There were no safeties home. Once again, you've got Adriano on the bench. He is your safety in that position. And Gayhart just, nobody was home. He'll take it to the house for 6. You can see what, at this level, one guy, the difference he can make. And so now the extra point, Callahan will come on. Snaps a little high, brought down by Riffle. Kick is away, and it'll be good. So 7 more on the board for Triton. We have 8:30 to play here in the Max 98.3 game of the week. It is 21-6 Triton. We will be right back.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee, as the Trojans have put another score on the board. They lead at 21-6. We have 8:30 to play here in the fourth period at Triton High School, our Max 98.3 game of the week. And back deep to receive is Burgess and Rugg for Winamac. Love that kid's name. Lewis Rugg III. I wish I'd always had the third thing at the end of my name. I wanted that. Line drive kick. It's going to be right to Rugg, and he'll bring it forward. Looking for somewhere to go. Makes a man miss, and a nice acceleration.
He's not down yet.
And he won't go down. He drags a couple of tacklers all the way out to the 42.
We got another
and we've
Winamac
got some
guy
more Winamac guys down here. It looks like Cardenas. And he'll get up, but he gets up limping.
You know, a lot of people, they've been slipping on this field tonight. A lot.
It's that time of year, I think, when you know how it is.
Yeah.
The dew gets out there and it becomes slick.
I mean, both teams have been slipping.
Out of the huddle now. Let's see who they have at quarterback. Looks like it's going to be Abbott. Same guy that was the punter. That is Parker Abbott. In motion, Cardenas loses a snap. Somehow got it in the hands of Wolford. Ball was in the air. Somehow Abbott pulled it out of the air and handed it to Wolford, who get 8.
I don't think that was designed that way.
I'm guessing not, but it worked. And it'll be 2nd down and 2. Football now at the 49. Gage Riffle going to take a break, come to the sideline. Coming out to take his place at safety is Caden Bradley. And Riffle looking like he's having a little trouble. It looks like a cramp more than anything. He'll stretch out a little bit. Snap. Once again, same exact thing. Somehow.
I say that was a fumble. There's no way they got that.
I thought he was going to get that one to Wolford, but once again, Abbott can't handle the snap, and the fumble will be recovered by Benny Prater. It's a good reward for you, D-end.
Absolutely
Himself a fumble recovery. He may be the only offensive lineman, defensive end that probably was the best kick returner on this field, too.
I would say that's probably a good guess.
He can fly. Same setup on this formation. Handoff to Obermeyer. He gets into the secondary. Touchdown saving tackle by Abbott. That's going to be good for 13. Well, they're going to give him a couple more. They're going to mark him at the 37. So a first down for Triton, brought to you by
First Source Bank.
Just a hard run up the middle by Obermeyer for that first down. Clock continues to run at 7:22. And once again, running back to the right, running back behind Riffle in the shotgun. Snap, hand off to Obermeyer. He'll get bottled up at the line of scrimmage, probably lost about a half a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
That was kind of a bobbled snap there, too. That handoff was a little sketchy.
Good job by that front of Winamac to get in there and disrupt everything. You got a lot of guys stretching over here on the sideline all of a sudden. It's getting to that time of the game, isn't it?
Well, it is. It started out at probably 80 degrees. It's probably dropped 15 degrees.
I don't know. It seemed like it got hotter there a little while ago.
It's warm up here.
It is.
It is.
So now back to a little bit more normal formation as Obermeyer, the runner to the right. Riffle will keep it this time. Goes to the right. Has one man to beat. Gets to the corner. And
what a
he
good
gets
hit.
hit hard. Out of bounds. That's Rugg over there. Rugg the third.
I'm going to say Winamac is young, and they've got some players.
They do have some players.
They're a year or two away from being a really good team.
I got to agree with you. I got to agree with you completely. And they've got they've got big, strong guys.
They got some dudes
that have some football IQ too.
Yeah.
They seem to know really well what they want to get done. First and 10, snap, handoff, Overmeyer. Goes to the left, cuts his way back to the right, breaks a tackle. He's not going to break that tackle as he's drugged to the ground.
Overmeyer on the
That's
run.
Hunter
Brought down by
Haskell.
number 45.
Is another sophomore.
There's some, that name is one I remember from basketball.
Their sophomore class looks really strong.
11 for the Trojans.
Well, we could say that about a bunch of teams
Yeah.
we've seen this year.
Well, Culver was really
Culver
young,
was
too.
a lot of sophomores that are going to be really good players. It's kind of funny the way that runs. I mean, everybody has a good class at the same time. It's weird. Snap. Handoff back across the grain. Gayhart reads it back to the left. He'll get a few. Knocked down at the 14-yard line. It'll be third down.
Ryder Gayhart with carry brought down by Perez.
Gain of maybe 2-3 yards. Third down and 8 now.
Brings up third down for the
Football at the 15. I think you're happy here if you just run clock, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean.
I think you're in well, Callahan might be able to kick a field goal here. Do you go for the points or you just be happy to run clock here?
You run clock.
I got to
You're up
agree
two
with
scores.
you. Snap, riffle, looking to throw. Has a man wide open. That takes the guesswork out of it. As he'll hit Maddox Denny over the middle on that little tight. He was the only receiver in the pattern. If that doesn't work, Riffle's got to be running for his life, but he hit him in stride. And an easy 6 for Triton, and they go up now 27-6. People are going to look at this score and think something a little different than what really happened here. This has been a brawl.
Yeah, till almost the end of the third quarter. It was a one-score game.
Kick is up, and kick is no good.
No good.
Boy, both the officials looked at each other on that. That's see, over the years I've learned.
Yeah.
We had one that we actually got in a little trouble over, but anyway, that is going to be.
We were right, though.
Yeah, but we were right, but there were some fans that didn't like the fact that we were right because it. Anyway, we'll go on. 27-6 the score. We'll be right back.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon, Joe McKee with you. It's our Max 98.3 game of the week, 27-6 the score. Trojans out in front. I think there were tweets about that kick the next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
And that leads me to tell you next week we're going to be at Plymouth.
Uh-huh.
For Plymouth and Warsaw. Which may give somebody a hint to what we're talking about. The kick is in the air. It's going to come down about the 20.
Oh, he's got
a good head of steam, but he's going to have that turned away quickly as he meets the front wall of that Triton coverage. That was Wolford, and he'll be drugged back, and they're going to mark him at the 34, and it'll be 1st and 10 Winamac. And to be honest with you, looking at the Winamac guys now, they're starting to some guys limping out there at this
They
point.
are. Well, it's getting to be the end of the game. Triton's got it well in hand here. I'm kind of surprised they're not subbing out a little bit more because
they just sent a couple of guys out to that front.
They got a juggernaut with North Judson and Pioneer coming up, so you don't want to get any late game injuries.
No, not at this point. So Abbott has the signal call. We will have not seen Adriano, and looking at him on the sideline, he's not coming back. Hand off to Wolford. He'll go to the right side. Gets knocked around out there by Callahan and drugged to the turf after a loss of a couple. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Clock will continue to run at 4:37.
But this has been a really competitive game. I mean, more so than what I maybe thought initially, but Winamac came to play.
Well, 3 quarters, it was a brawl.
They had their opportunities there in the first and second quarter and just couldn't punch those in, and Triton's big play offense.
Well, let's go back and say it reminds you a lot of the Bremen game we saw here.
Yep.
Where the Lions had a chance in that first half and couldn't get anything done. Snap to Abbott, high. He'll bring it down, runs it to the right side.
Oh, nice
and
tackle.
He is met with a textbook tackle out there.
That's the way you teach him. I didn't get the number.
I think that is our favorite freshman, Tyler Payton. 0. Oh, actually, it might have been Riffle over on that side. I mean, Payton's over here on this side. That was Gavin Riffle making that play.
Just how you draw it up. That was perfect.
It's a perfect open field tackle. 3rd down and 9. And out of the huddle, it's going to be Abbott at quarterback still. Running back is Wolford. Snap and a whistle and a flag, and everything stops. And illegal procedure against Winamac. So with 3:16 left, they'll move it back 5, and it'll be 3rd and 14. Well, after the game, make sure you stick around for our post-game show. We'll tell you our play of the game and our player of the game. I think the player is kind of obvious at this point.
It's almost got to be, and I think they kind of coincide with probably the plays of the game,
I
too.
would agree with you, too, but we'll keep people in suspense. I haven't talked to you about it, so.
No. I think we're on the same page,
we're still open, though. There's still some football left. Snap, Abbott looking to throw. Nobody open. Now throw it right over the middle. Had a man there. That was a nice ball. Just
really
a
was.
little bit overthrown. Jagger Terry was out there, but Abbott threw a nice ball over the middle. He stood in there nice, too. He was under pressure. So it'll be 4th down and 14. So Parker Abbott, he's also a sophomore.
Yeah, they've got some young, good players.
And he'll go back to punt it away here.
Kind of hope we have one of their games next year, Rusty, just because I
see how they develop.
I do.
I got to agree with you. This is going to be a good football team for a couple of years. Kick is away. It is high. It's not very deep. Hits the ground at the 50, and it'll stay right there. Touch dead, and it'll be 1st and 10 Triton at that point.
At the 49-yard line.
So we'll see if they decide to.
1st and 10 Trojans.
I think they're going to probably bring on the JV offense here.
No.
Well, no, they're going to stay a couple more plays, looks like, with the.
Boy, I don't know why you would.
He's sending them out there. So it's 1st down and 10, 2:51 to play. 27-6 lead. Like you said, they've got North Judson and Pioneer coming up, 2 top 10 teams in the state.
A lot of kids have been slipping tonight, and you just don't want something to happen here.
Trojans at the 49.
So 1st and 10 at wide receiver to the right, that rhino set, as I've called it. Snap, handoff, Obermeyer up the middle. Gets into the secondary, makes a man miss. Rugg chases him down from behind, and he'll be all the way down to the 21-yard line. That's a pickup of 28 yards. And it'll be a 1st down brought to you by
First Source Bank.
1st down Trojan.
22 as well. They'll mark it down. 1st and 10. Clock will continue to run at 2:40. Riffle has him out of the huddle. Wide out to the right. Rhino set with the extra runner to the left. That's going to be Obermeyer to the left. He'll make a guy miss, gets into the secondary, gets through a tackle, and he's going to have 6 more. Jaden Obermeyer dancing around out there, puts 6 more on the board, makes it 33-6 with 2:16 to play, and Triton has this one in control.
They're going to go for 2, it looks like. Don't they have a lineman that wanted to run the ball? No, I mean, this would be the time.
Well, they've got a couple of linemen who used to run the ball.
But didn't you talk about that with?
I kept telling him you ought to get Brady Shue to run it.
Yes, there you go. This is the time.
This would be the point. Let him run the football. He leads them out on the field. He's fast enough. It's going to be Overmeyer in the backfield with Ripples. They'll spread everybody out. 4 receivers from side to side. Quick throw on the screen. Callahan will bring it across, and he'll score it and make it 35-6. Take a break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nix and Joe McKee are Max 98.3 Game of the Week. Triton leads at 35-6. They'll kick it off here with Frank Sullivan going to do the honors. This was a slugfest for 3 quarters. Triton able to break it open here. Actually, at the end of the first half and the end of the second half have been their big times. And Sullivan here to kick it away. Kick is a low line drive right up the middle off the hands of Burgess. Live ball. He almost falls. Gets forward. Makes a man miss. He'll get down just across the 20, and Winamac will have it there 1st and 10.
You know, it's something we should know, too. Triton's got 3 of their scores with Adriana when he went out. I mean, their last 3 touchdowns, Adriana's been out playing safety there. It makes a big difference.
Well, you can say that for sure because we watched it in the third quarter. Adriana made 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
On Overmeyer. When he had gotten away, it was able to get him out of bounds. I mean, it wasn't like he stuffed one up, but you got a safety back there who hasn't played. And judging by the way Adriano plays, I doubt that Abbott's been back there much.
No, and he's still sitting over there.
Makes a huge difference. Yeah, he's not. He's got somebody with him. I wonder if he's got a
concussion. Yeah, I didn't. Maybe.
So Winamac with it. Abbott will take the snap from center. He'll hand it off and right into the line. Nothing there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock will run. We're under 2 minutes. Burgess will go to the sideline for Winamac. Yeah, Adriano doesn't look good over there. He's got a coach sitting with him. $14 on the play clock now as Winamac will come out and run another one. 1:32 to play in this one. A 35-6 lead. Now Benny Prater trying to get off, and he doesn't. Dives head first into the bench, trying to make sure he gets off the field before the play. And I don't think he did, but I think they're going to let it go.
That was a nice head first slide.
That was, you talk about effort. Yeah, they're going to throw the flag. I was going to say, he was trying to get off the field desperately, and if anybody was fast enough to get off the field, it's Benny Prater, but it was just a little too late. He just laid out trying to get to that sideline before the ball was snapped, but couldn't do it. So they're going to move it forward 5. And I think it'll be 4th down. And so, well, they'll get the down back too, don't they?
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
So out of the huddle comes Winamac with Abbott at quarterback. some new numbers in the backfield with him. Looks like the JV offense out there for a couple of snaps here with 1:15 left. And are we ready to go? We're ready to go.
You're calling it second down.
Calling it second down. Second down and 3. According to the sticks. And now we'll start the clock. Abbott steps up to get the snap. He's got the one running back behind him, H-back as well. Turns, hands it off. That is going to be Jason Jenkins, who runs to the right, knocked down maybe a half a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Or, yeah, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, yeah.
Clock continues to run. We're under a minute. 59 seconds. 3rd down and 2. Abbott gets the play from the sideline, comes in with it. Clock continues to run. This could be the last play with 35 seconds on the game clock. Abbott has it. Snap, turns and hands it off. Jenkins again is going to be swung around. He'll be knocked to the turf. They'll mark him at the 30. It'll be 4th down. Clock will continue to run, and that's probably going to be the last play, and it is. So that's going to do it. As Triton, with a flurry of scores here at the end, runs away from Winamac with a final here, 35-6. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll have our postgame show. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
Time now for the postgame, brought to you by McDonald's.
Back at Triton High School, Rusty Nixon with Joe McKee. Is time for our post-game show. Our final 35-6. Triton takes a win over Winamac in conference action here, HNAC action. Just a lot of Jaden Overmeyer. I mean, if you're game planning, I don't know how you take him away.
Well, Winamac really did successfully for a couple of quarters. I mean, they kept him in check. I mean, they didn't completely contain him, but they kept him in check. And then you just knew it was coming, though. I mean, he was close, and then he broke that. And then it just seemed like, you know, like you said, he got a little bit stronger, and the line got a little more pep in their step, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things on Andy Barker's list that they have to clean up, but you know, they went toe-to-toe with a really physical team. Maybe not quite as physical as what they're going to see next week. But
no,
they've shown they can be physical. They've shown they can do some other things. I mean, it's a team that's been through a few tests. They got to feel good as they head into the end of the season here.
They do. Other than that first week stumble against LaVille, they've looked really good. But now, you know, they got Pioneer and North Judson coming, so – you know, you're going to find out. I mean.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned LaVille. I just checked these scores here. Valley was ahead pretty handily. It's 31-28 in the fourth quarter. Valley leads it, but LaVille has come storming back. And Concord is running away from Warsaw at this point. Well, that's good.
Well,
They'll be nice and,
yeah, I was
and
gonna
happy
say
when they get to Plymouth next week for our game. 31-7 is the score there. Still no idea what the score of the Plymouth game is. North Ridge and Northwood tied at 15.
Wow.
That in the fourth quarter. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Bremen comes from behind. They were behind at half, 15-0. They lead it now in the fourth quarter, 29-22 over Jimtown. That's it. Well, Culver Academy, we don't have a score yet on them. They're playing Hammond Central. Boy, if you want to listen to a good game, turn over to our sister station, WKBI. Knox and Glenn, that is 28-22 Knox right now. Glenn has led that a couple of times. Knox is back in the lead. They're in the third quarter, so
boy,
that is a battle.
That is. I didn't really see that coming.
Well, I didn't either, but I think Glenn did. And the other thing you got to remember, this is kind of weird, but there's a little bit of a rivalry between the two of them. They've been in the same sectional forever, and the closeness, they're on the schedule every year. It's just one of those things that ends up being a rivalry game for Glenn. And boy, they're giving Knox all they want right now. 28-22, the Redskins leading it in the third quarter. Take a break. We come back. We'll have our play of the game. You're listening to Max 98.3.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Here's the play of the game brought to you by Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
And we're back at Triton. Rusty Nix and Joe McKee. I'm going to let you announce the play of the game. We both agree on this, though. There's really kind of back-to-back plays.
Back-to-back game. It was in the third quarter. There was about 5 minutes to go. It was a 14-6 game. Winamac had all the momentum at the time. Kind of Overmeyer broke a long run for a 44-yard run, kind of got a spark. But then the very next play, they had a pitch, and it was a kind of a bad pitch. He kind of fumbled it, picked it up, but then he got an 18-yard nice 18-yard run, and that just kind of put him over the top.
Yeah, that was where it all started to go the other direction.
It did. I mean, that ball, the way he handled that ball on the bounce was, amazing. That was a big play.
Take a break. We come back. We'll have our player of the game. I don't think this is going to be any surprise either, so stay there for all the suspense.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Who doesn't like pizza, right? But have you tried the pizza at Bourbon Street Pizza lately? More fresh ingredients and a new pizza sauce recipe. It's like a slice of heaven each and every time you take a bite. And now there's 16 new style of pizzas for you to choose from on the menu. And let's not forget the mouth-watering wings or their 5 different pasta dishes to choose from. Bourbon Street Pizza with area locations in Plymouth, Culver, Argus, Walkerton, Napanee, and in Bourbon. If you're looking for a quick and delicious dinner for the entire family to enjoy, look no further than a Bourbon Street Pizza location near you. Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Bourbon Street Pizza presents the player of the game.
And we're back. Rusty Nix and Joe McKee as we wind this one up. I don't think the player of the game is any question here.
No, and I was trying to get some stats over there just because he had a lot of rushes, a lot of yards. It's going to be interesting to see what he did get. But just even on defense,
yes.
he led the rush on the outside there. Just an all-around great game.
Jaden Overmeyer is our player of the game, brought to you by Bourbon Street Pizza. And, well, that's the second time at least, I think. He was our Tony Ross player of the week a week ago. So he's having that kind of season. He's having that kind of season.
Yep.
And so it's good to see him do well. Jaden Overmeyer, our Bourbon Street Pizza player of the game. That's going to do it. Our final again, 35-6. I'll tell you what, Joe. What you got to...
Well, I just texted Garrett, who's at the Wawasee game.
Yes.
And I asked him what the score was because it's not well, that I don't know, but he just sent me 21-20 us.
Thank you, Garrett. Right.
So if that's a final, what a great game. If not, it's still a great game.
Still a good game going on right now. But that's Plymouth and Wawasee, and what a great segue. Thank you for that.
I know. That's all.
Next week, that's where we will be as Plymouth High School as Warsaw comes to town to renew that rivalry. That'll be our Max 98.3 game of the week. Don't forget, coming up on the morrow in the morning, 7 o'clock, we'll go around the county. We'll talk to all the area coaches about their football games tonight. Sounds like we're going to have some happy ones as we come through. I think CMA I hope they got that win. They've been really, really searching for something. So
there's 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes
in the
to
game.
go. 21-20 Plymouth. So I guess we'll figure that one out when we get there.
Yep.
Warsaw was getting beat by Concord. And then on Saturday morning, we'll talk to all the coaches. Saturday morning coaches show starts at 7. And then don't forget, Thursday Night Lights, we catch up with all the coaches again on Thursday. We'll talk about the upcoming games that they have. And a lot of football next week on Max 98.3 as well. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it, too. Triton's great host here. This might be our last time here this year.
We'll have to wait and see.
Maybe we'll be back.
What happens in the playoffs. They go to 4-1. Winamac goes to 1-4. And our final once again here, 35-6. Triton takes the win over Winamac. For Joe McKee, I'm Rusty Nixon. Have yourselves a great evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big B Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.